following podcast is brought to you exclusively by the Rad Rob Radio Network.
On this edition of Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr., we welcome PBA Regional Bowler, actor, and comedian JT Action Jackson to the show. We'll talk about how JT got into bowling, talk about his bowling career, how he got into acting, and of course his longtime struggle with former best friend, Hollywood megastar, the chocolate midget Kevin Hart. All that plus the imbecile of the week. Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. starts now.
This is PBA champion Kyle Troop.
Hey y'all, Jacob Ledrup here.
Jeff Riggles here from 11thframe.com.
Hey guys, Chuck Ritchie here, formerly of Bowl TV.
Hey guys, this is Ryan Schaefer of track staff at Valley Bowling Center in Waverly, New York.
And you're listening to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Yo, the boys from Straight Up 5, Rad Rob, Dr Ocho, and of course JP Jr.
As you know, JP Jr. used to be introduced as the sexiest man in bowling and now the world. But he doesn't have the best hair in the world. I do. Sorry, bud, but you know the deal. Pick it out. Fear the fro, baby.
Welcome to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. A hard-hitting, in-depth, cutting-edge look into the world of bowling. This podcast will not only cover all things bowling, but will also give you a raw look into real-life issues. You'll get unfettered access into the mind of one of the most gifted bowlers of this or any other generation.
Strike, and they claim it. Similarly, does it.
So without further ado, let's introduce you to the hosts of the show. Rad Rob, Rob Francois. Rad Rob, Rob Francois. Dr Ocho. Dr Ocho. And the incomparable Johnny Petraglia Jr. Johnny Petraglia Jr.
Hey guys, welcome back to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. I am your host, Rad Rob, Rob Francois. This is episode number 137. We have a very, very special guest tonight. We are super excited to bring this gentleman to you. But before we do that, let's see who is in our chat. Finally. Nico. Nico, what's going on, brother? We had some technical difficulties, but it's all good now. You're such a dick. Brian Hara, what's going on? Billy M, what up, what up? Pete Cow's in the house. What's going on, brother? We got Staying Man in the house on YouTube. We got Crambone out here. What's going on, brother? Gabriel's Lost LMT Adventures. What's up? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Chuck Ritchie, the man responsible for hooking me up with tonight's guest. Thank you very much, Chuck. PD's in the house. What's going on? Patrick Dombrowski, resident PBA pro. Always here every week. Good to see you, brother. We got Thomas Binick Jr. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. Let's bring in my first co-host. He is the man with the largest arms on this podcast. He is the resident doctor of Straight Up 5, the one and only straight out of Ochoville, Dr. Ocho. What's going on, Och?
Folks, the technical difficulties were the same as always, and I'm going to send an electrician to Rob's house to get him a 20-amp GFI outlet, because every time he gets chicken grease on his microphone, look, it's on his fingers. You can see the chicken grease on his fingers, and his amp short. He's got a 15-amp fuse. It shorts out. We got a 20-amp GFI over there, and then no more technical difficulties. But again, Rob's got to pay because I do the software drops. I do all this shit. Let's get the show on the road. Stop eating chicken every day.
It's good to see you. Good to see you, bro.
Happy birthday, Nicole.
Happy birthday. Is Nicole here? Did I miss Nicole? Hello, Nicole. Nicole's here. Happy birthday, Nicole.
Do I look frozen?
Nah, no more than usual. All right, let's bring in the man with the name of the marquee. He is number 7 in the program, number 1 in your hearts, the sexiest man in the world, Johnny Petraglia. Okay, Ouch, put the fucking arms down. Seriously. Johnny Petraglia Jr. What up, JP? Oh, did you get a fresh cut from Sweet Blends there from Georgia Shore? That's right.
Sweetly blended.
You're looking good, brother.
as always, for Wednesday. Thanks, bro. Always a pleasure to be here, and absolutely thrilled about tonight's guest. It's got to be close to, I want to say, Jesus, almost 15 years since I've even seen this man. It's always an absolute pleasure to talk to. I'm really, really stoked about it, and fanboying hardcore tonight.
So last time you saw him, you were like, what, 13, 14?
Oh, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
I can't remember if the last time I saw JT was somewhere in San Jose or somewhere in LA or somewhere in Vegas, but I know for a fact it was somewhere over there, somewhere on that side of the country.
You know the way to San Jose.
Hi, Kel. Good to see you. I hope everything is well in Vegas. So yeah, I mean, what else can I say that people don't already know? And I'm just ready to get his ass in here. So without further ado,
I am too, but we have a 15-minute highlight package, so buckle in.
Oh, again, how about that? You have him walking his fucking dog or something?
Are you serious?
No, he's not serious. He's probably got him walking his dog or something, or freaking getting his mail. Look, and here's JT Jackson getting his mail in his bathrobe. Like, Rob's a fucking stalker.
I got paparazzi on him 24/7, so I mean, it's it's about 6 minutes, six and change.
Typical. We're ready.
7-minute abs.
He's a big time guest. He deserves it. It's probably longer than
Let's
Belmo's
not bring him in. Let's fucking waste time.
Yeah, no one's here refuting anything. Just get rolling, will you? For fuck's sake.
All right, here we go. Shit.
Christ.
What's up, man?
Hey, man. How you
Good to
doing,
see ya.
Man, yeah, thank you for inviting me, bro.
No worries, man. I had a bit of time. I'm flying out back home tonight, so I figured, I'd see what you were doing. Maybe we'll have a friendly game of bowls right now.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it, man. You know, I just came out here to have some fun, you know?
Yeah, nothing serious, all right? We're just nothing serious, just a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm here. I like you. That's why I love this bowling for fun.
All right, let's get a game.
Double and JT offers.
It's only the fourth frame, but this has got to be thought of as a must-strike situation. He got it. All right, he's not dead yet.
How does it get the blood flowing when you put yourself in a situation like this?
Well, you know, I look at this situation here as no pressure. You know, no disrespect to Chris, but you know, I've been in other positions where I had to really worry. But man, I just got out here, man. I felt good, but I mean, it's obviously they shut me out. But you know, I'm gonna just let that go. You know, but always the next time. And I really appreciate Chris Barnes coming out, you know, giving me a shot, more than what some people can say, you know. But at the end of the day, don't mean that I don't know how to bowl. They just mean I got to go on another pair. Sometimes when you know, you just know.
Now to the fourth round. Action Jackson. He knows it. Okay, so it's not a strike, but 9 will get him through.
Hey, they hating on me because I'm about to. Hey, put the camera. All right, now put it back on. Put the camera back on me. Put it back on me. Yeah, so you know I'm about to throw this 300 real fast.
299 coming. Here we go. Oh my God, Jeff.
Bitch, I'm flat out cold. Yo, I love it when you talk loud and think you cannot shoot me. I walk up in your alley with 3 balls and 4 groupies. One is my caddy, one is a fan. One of them is your bitch, the other one has a tan. Man, I'm watching you bowl at Hall's Ferry. Your game time's death, the equals obituary. I got game and you all know it. Look up in that bowling newspaper.
That's funny. I gotta ask you, Action Jackson and Kevin Hart.
Action Jackson. You got his dumb ass. That's him right there.
Hey, but real quick, do you think bowlers are considered athletes?
Whoa.
Hey, you better answer this right here.
He's talking to you.
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Kevin, go ahead. You gotta understand, my friend JT is used to being on camera, so when you ask a question, you gotta direct the question to him. So do it again.
Okay, JT. Do you think bowlers should be considered athletes?
You damn right. Yes, it's just hey, we bowl the ball, don't we?
Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
The answer to his question, what he meant to say was yes, because it's a sport. And being it's a sport that people compete at is why they should be considered athletes.
Okay, that's a good friend of mine. I'm serious.
I know, I've never seen him around you funny, but he was funny in the movie.
Was he this kind of funny? Was he happy facial expressions? Like, okay, like answer your question. And say Kevin, what's going on? Listen, say Kevin. Wait, look, hold on, just wait.
Okay, come on, JT.
Wait, all right, I'm gonna do the face. You tell me this is what JT did. Say Kevin, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, Kevin, what's going on with you?
Nothing. funny? No to say to JT. No, man, I give JT a lot of stuff. Honestly, that's one of my best friends out here. That's what I mess with. I'm willing to bet he was great in the movie. Dude, congratulations on the movie and the cast. Same thing to you guys. I can't wait.
It started from the beginning. The original search warrants against JT were fraught. When I came onto this case, we sort of blew it up and exposed to the DA that this has nothing to do with extortion. Whatever the allegations were, it has nothing to do with extortion. The DA, to his credit, agreed, saw that, and dropped all the extortion cases against JT. However, that wasn't it for the DA. They have an attitude of they won't stop at anything for this case. Here you have this man who served our country, who has absolutely no criminal record, and you have law enforcement and the criminal justice system doing everything they can to pin charges on this man. And that's not okay. And we need to stand against it. And we need to stand up for it. And you know what? Kevin Hart, I wish him well. He made a mistake that weekend, but for him to go and make himself the victim of a crime that never happened, that's not okay. And I think when it boils down to it, we're going to have 12 people sitting in the jury box who are going to agree with that.
Kid, we're about to get some popcorn. You want something?
Yeah, grab me a medium. Hey, don't worry. I got your seats. Oh, man, come work out on Tuesday. Yo, Kev, what happened to our seats, dude?
It's not your fault you gave away your buddy's seats.
Are those seats taken?
They were the ones who abandoned you. Were you supposed to just sit alone in the dark at your own movie premiere? You had no choice but to seek companionship.
Justin, do you think you could avoid the whole wink, nod, smile?
Come on, everyone loves the wink, nod, smile, bro.
Well, do you remember last year?
Man, I'm hungry. Here, have a Snickers. It's packed with peanuts. Wow. My hunger's just gone. I wonder where it goes. Why? I don't know, maybe Germany?
All right, the wait is over. Let's bring in the one and only JT Action Jackson. What's going on, JT?
Man, when I tell you that was the best intro. I'm talking about what you all did, how you brought me in. I mean, you all brought back memories. I'm like, yo, I did all of that, you know? So, man, I want to say
own it, buddy. Own it.
Oh,
that's not even half of it. I could have made that a lot longer. You know, a lot of people may not know you.
I get it.
Other from bit parts of movies, but I mean, you've been on like 100 commercials. If I literally played them all, everybody would know exactly who you were.
It'd be dude. I've been in. I filmed at least. I think my agent said like from the time from 2003 to 2018, probably like over 150 commercials.
That's crazy.
Or just over. Well, I'm sorry, 150 projects. You know.
Right.
I had a good run out here, brother. You know.
Well, so it's good to have you here, man. We really appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
I hate that you're saying had. I think there's plenty more going on still. It'll.
Well,
no, it's gonna come back. You know. It's
You bet.
Just get over this little hump. You know what I mean? And then
little hump,
right, buddy. You know it.
Little hump. Yeah.
It
all started with a little hump, actually. But hey, anyway.
Yeah. Right. But man.
We don't need to get into the stupid shit first, man.
This
is a bowling show. No, I know. But this is a bowling show, and we all love bowling. So I have to ask, who was the one that got you started in bowling?
Man, you know, I'm gonna tell you how it started. So when I first moved out here to California, as a comedian, I met a whole bunch of people. That's how I met. Actually, I just met a whole bunch of people at the comedy club, and that's where I met, you know, Kevin Hart and
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. So anyway, again, you know, it's really unfortunate where him and I are at. You know what I mean? But you know, and how it all went down, and everything. I know I'm jumping way probably ahead, but at the same
That's all
time,
good.
I just, I still won't forget the memories that I had, that him and I had. Like, we had some great times, man. You know what I mean? I don't believe in hating on them, hating anyone or anything like that. Life moves on, and my life is going to be, back to where it was, when we all met, stuff like that. So I'm not really, I don't hate Kevin, but we had some good times. And I met him at a comedy club in California, and he was kind of just coming out here. So all the comics everybody was from everywhere over the United States, and we ended up going to we didn't want to go home after we got off stage, so we were just like, y'all want to go bowl, and so we went bowling at some place out here in it's called Canoga Park. So we all just started bowling, man, and we started betting, and I just fell in love with it. You couldn't even get me. And I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. You couldn't even get me in a bowling alley out there.
Wait, how old are you at this time? Hold on a second. Wait a second here.
You want to know how old I am? Yeah.
I
can tell you. I don't care. Hey, man, listen, men can.
No, because usually people I picked up a bowling ball when I was 3. I mean, shit, I threw them over my head.
When you started, how old?
No, seriously, like this is what, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, something like that, or
and since 2003. In 2000, listen, I don't care. I'm 47 years old, brother. You know what I mean? So I didn't pick up the ball until 2003. How old was I? I moved out here when I was 24. Like,
that's crazy.
24 years old. Yeah, 24.
That's where I'm getting at. The guy
got that good.
Bowling ball.
No. I'm okay.
No, you're good, brother. No,
you're missing it a little bit.
Yeah. But
it's high praise, but in a good. Go ahead, man. Go. Do your thing.
No, yeah. So yeah, we just started bowling, man, and Kevin fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. The other comics fell in love with it, man, and I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't have a job. You couldn't really make any money out here. To as far as being a comic, they didn't really just pay you that much out here in LA. So I started whooping their ass. You know what I mean? I can curse on here, right?
Yes, very much so.
All right,
as much as you fucking want.
Okay, he says as much as you fucking want. I love it.
The only thing we don't do is we don't do nudity yet, but I think we're gonna break that barrier.
Y'all do that, let me know, man. Shit, we probably make a lot of money. You know what I mean? You bring people.
Finally.
All right, my bad.
You could have started an OnlyFans while you're out of work.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't available back in 2003 though. But no, at the end of the day, man, I just started making a living off of them. They just were too competitive to quit. So I was beating bowling, and I was actually making my rent. I just had a really good run, man. And I didn't want for anything, but that was like before I started booking all these commercials and stuff. So I came out here as a struggling actor, but I did, the military did bring me out here. I was in the United States Navy. I had a great time there in the Navy.
And thank you for your service.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely.
And happy belated Veterans Day to
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I did the Army first. I couldn't cut it. I couldn't do it.
So you don't get seasick. Were you a midshipman or what were you then?
Where and what? In the Navy or
in the Army? Navy?
Okay, in the Navy. I was on the USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN 72. I was IT. I was an information system technician.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Before they changed it to an IT, they called it an RM, which was a radioman. So they combined the DTs and the RMs. DTs are data. I forgot what they were, but they combined us together and made it IT. So anyway, that's how I got out. You know what I mean?
So when you're whooping their asses, are you grabbing the ball off the rack and getting the rented shoes that smell like potatoes and whatnot?
Yeah. I was doing all that. Yeah, potatoes. Yeah,
you weren't walking in like with your freaking rose ball like freaking Earl McCracken.
Absolutely.
Earl McCracken.
I know you're talking about. Yeah. I actually
because that's even more impressive. Like you're walking, you're not like, wow, like I got another advantage. I got a freaking weight block.
Yeah, it was only one guy, one comic. He was cool. I'm still cool with him. His name is Jay Phillips. He was a comic. He was the only one who had his ball. He was beating everybody's ass, by the way. I didn't bet him, but I bet the other 9 people. You just gotta
that's smart.
Know who you're gonna beat.
He's the Patriots.
He had his own fucking ball. You know what I mean? So I was like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? He was like, oh, it's my ball. I was like, shit, that is cool. I didn't know nothing about bowling. We just grabbed a solid colored ball off the rack. and we just went out there, and I was beating them, and then I just wanted to get more serious with it. And I think that was the same year I booked a huge campaign, which was called Bacardi and Cola. It was called Bacardi and Cola. I don't know if you all remember that.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That was like that was the start of my career. I mean,
around like 04, 05-ish, maybe something like that. Is that?
It was actually no, it was 03.
Oh,
it was like late 03, you know, like that. So
I'm going back to where I was in my own life there. So I didn't have TiVo yet. I didn't have.
Oh yeah, no, I can say that TiVo. Yeah.
Ocho's a lush too. So I mean, if it's an alcohol commercial, he could just pull it right out of the old memory bank. Anyway,
I'm a sucker for advertising, man. I'm a sucker for advertising.
So did you earn the name Action Jackson just because it rhymed, or I mean, there's also like a parallel Action,
right? Yeah, no, I
movies,
earned it.
and you were bowling Action, whooping everybody's ass.
That's what. Yeah, there's that the last one. So
Gotcha.
I was after I was booking all of those jobs, and I was making a lot of money, man. So I was the action guy. So I was betting everything. Like I'll bet you whatever. You know, I mean, hell, I put 10,000 on the best bowler in the world, which was Chris Barnes, you know, and you know, of course, I knew what I was walking into, and I hope he had a great Christmas when he beat me that day. But you know, that's a whole other story. But anyway, but yeah, I got the name not because it rhymed, which it actually does rhyme, but I got it because I'm the one who would give you action. So
nice.
Yeah, so that's how I ended up coming up with that.
JT, JP? Sorry, JP,
Yeah.
JT. I'm gonna get the fucked up.
He was going in.
Man. Yeah.
When did you meet JT, Johnny? Can you remember? I mean, I know you touched on it.
Johnny got swole on the motherfucker around this bitch. Like, God damn. Like, I mean, it looked good too. It looked good, brother.
Thank you, brother. Working hard.
You would. I swear to God, if I'd have saw you on the streets, I'd have walked right by you, not because you were a lot thinner when I saw you. You know what I mean? In a good way. And
he would have blocked the sun out too. That's why you.
Man.
Like, man, what's this freaking eclipse going on?
Yeah, I would have literally walked right by you, and he would have been pissed. He's like, JT's he's fucking Hollywood. He saw me say shit to me.
I never in a million years would think that, but thank you very much for the compliment. This is
man.
6 years, man, 5 days a week, and it's starting to pay off. So
I love it, man. Keep it up, bro. I'm trying to get that shit out of my eye. I'm still a little dude. You know what I mean? I'm trying.
I think you're doing just fine. But I have a serious question. You know, we're talking about journeys in tough endeavors. I mean, if you ask 10 people, 9.5 of them would say at some point in their life they wanted to be a famous Hollywood actor, a comedian, stand-up, even be in a commercial, or 150 some odd like you. Your journey in the world of television and your journey in the world of bowling, are they even moderately comparable as to the difficulty levels? I mean, I'm assuming, like you said, you know, a struggling or a starving comedian, so to speak, going out to the LA area, and you know, having to bowl guys for money to make rent, to where you've gotten. Was that? I'm assuming there was a lot of hills in there as well as the bowling game. What did you find to be the more difficult or pressing journey on you, mentally, physically, whatever?
That's a really, really fucking good question, man. So I really started to get into that. I loved the bowling when I first moved out here because I was making my money and stuff like that. But I really had to make bowling part of my, like, I needed something to do outside of acting. Okay. Because in acting, you're going to hear the words no 95, 90
trillion times before you hear one yes. Yeah.
That's just part of the process, man. And what sucked about it is that you know, I ain't tooting my own horn, brother, but you know, I do have my talents when it comes to booking and just doing the job when I'm in front of a camera. But to know that you have, you know, you go on all of these auditions. I mean, whether it's commercial, television, film, television. Well, you have television, which is, you know, television shows, and you have film, which is movies, and then you have commercials and stuff like that. I was going out for all of that, and I was going out at least 40, 50 times, probably, maybe even more per year. So out of those 50, 60, it's a numbers game. So if you go 60, you may book 3 out of that 60, you know, and after a while that becomes that takes a toll on you, because especially the ones that I know I murdered. I mean, you can't say that on that. I'm talking about. My bad.
No, we know what you mean, because
I mean, like, yeah. But I mean, yeah.
No, you crushed it. You
I
crushed
crushed
it, and
them,
you're
man.
going,
Like,
who the fuck took my spot?
yeah, you
Seriously,
be,
like,
yeah, man. You be like, yo, who? Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, there's nobody in the room that I know they didn't do what I did, because I don't go into the rooms when I audition. I don't go in there to act like everybody else. I go in there to do the shock factor. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I still perform with the way the character is and things like that. But I do shit that I know that any of my opponents, what they're not doing. I know they ain't doing that. You know what I mean?
do you call them opponents in your mind? Because that makes sense too. When you said
oh no,
none of
they're my opponents. Oh yeah, they're my opponents.
They're taking food off your table. No, that's dude. What a mindset too. Like, think about that.
Yeah,
Totally,
yeah. Like
100%.
this is like, I go in there game on, you know, and I got into this rhythm, you know, where I'm auditioning and I'm getting these lines. I'm like, oh, I gotta memorize this. Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. You know, all actors do it, you know, but they're not gonna do it like me. But so I go in there, and then when you especially the ones that you really want, that's why I started bowling, because the ones that I really wanted, I didn't get, you know, and it was a, you know, trying to answer, you know, Johnny's question. It started to become a toll on my mental.
Because you should have won.
I should have won.
Basically, in your
There you
mind,
go.
like, and you know you killed it.
I know I
It's
killed
like
it.
it's like
Yeah.
you bowled 248, and they say the guy that shot 226 won
Yeah,
because of
there you go. You be like,
he made
how?
3 more strikes, like, you know,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Or
wait
you
a
could
second, no way.
actually, Oach, you could even go as far as saying, I bowled 248 and never missed the pocket, and the guy I bowled shot 258 and went
Right,
Brooklyn
all
4
on the
times.
beach.
Yeah,
On the
domino
nose the
I
whole
mean,
time.
Yeah.
like it happened. I'm still not fucking sure how it happened, but so yeah, I totally get what you're saying about that, JT. Yeah, and I assume the same shit happens in bowling. You go bowl 10 consecutive tournaments. You know, you're out there, however many weeks away from your home, and it's like, and even whether the money means a shit ton to a bowler or not,
Yeah.
it's still you're grinding all fucking week, and it's like, shit, another week that I'm not bowling in the finals. I'm not bowling this. I
Yeah.
didn't make it to television. And eventually, like you said, it's got to take a toll. And that's kind of why I asked you, because you always hear, my cousin Jess is a comedian, been in LA for 20 something years.
Yeah.
And she said the exact same thing that you did. For every 97 no's, you'll maybe find 3 yeses.
Yes.
And for, I would assume, a very, very small percent of the population, case in point, that bothers most people.
Yeah.
Most people don't like being rejected one time, let alone 97 out of 100.
Right. So so to answer your question, I had to find something to do so I won't drive myself crazy wondering if I did anything wrong, and not knowing that as of course, as I got older, as I got further into the industry, that just because you didn't get the role, it's literally almost, for me, it may have been 98% of the time had nothing to do with my performance. Okay, it had nothing to do with it. It can be, most of the time they can be like, well, we changed the role. We rather go with the female. You know, we rather go white, or we rather go Indian. You just never know what the outcome. So when you turn on the TV and you realize, you're like, oh shit, I went out for that. Oh, so they went with that guy. Or they went with that girl. Or something like that. And you'd be like, oh, well, it was out of my control, because
Have you ever seen that and they did it totally different, and you'd have been
like,
oh shit, I guess I misread
all
it, or
the
like
time. Yeah,
no
all the
kidding.
time. Now I did not
that you
don't get me wrong.
misread it, but like your characterization of it was like, well, I guess they wanted that.
Yeah, and it makes me feel better. And then
Because like you still did you.
Absolutely. So now I'm like, oh shit. So I had to stop making it about me, and I had to be like, yo, you know what, JT, you go in that room, you leave it out there on the field, and you fucking get out of there. If they want you, they want you. So it took a while for me to mentally get into that space, but it started to make sense. Now and I'm not gonna sit here and lie either. Like, hey, I went in and fucked up too. You know what I mean? Like I went in and just flubbed the lines but at least I know I fucked up.
Right.
So
you walked out going, nah.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Like,
on to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Colgate ain't calling me back right
now.
Yeah,
they're not calling me back for this, and I accepted that because I fucked it up. But but yeah. And so to keep my mind off of my main job, which was acting, I said, I gotta do something, man. Bowling was cool. I was making some money, well, let me start bowling. And when I started bowling, I really started to fall in love with it, and it kept my mind off of acting. And what happens is when I started to get acting auditions, it was times where I loved bowling so much that I didn't even go on the audition.
No shit.
No
Awesome.
bullshit. No fucking
awesome.
bullshit. Yeah, I was making up excuses not to go because I was bowling when I started bowling in 2003, and I really started getting serious around late 2004 and beginning 2005. I was in the bowling alley. People will tell you at least 7 days a week. I'm talking about putting in work, what I thought was work.
But in that instance, you're holding the cards now. They're not holding the cards anymore. You're
right.
These auditions, you're like,
Exactly.
what? I'll catch you when I catch you. Maybe
Right.
I'll get it. But right now, I got business to take care of.
There you go. And the point. Here's the point that I was trying to make. Because bowling actually, I'm so happy that I started bowling and loving the sport, and I still love the sport. And I still want to. I have plans on putting the bowling world on a platform where I want people to take bowling more serious. Like I don't like the slapstick shit, man. I don't like the people going out there doing with the glitter coats and all that shit. I think that's, in my opinion, that's fucking disrespectful, and it's disrespectful to the bowlers, like my man here, Jay, and everybody else out there.
That's how this show started, literally. That's literally how
man,
the show started.
It's very disrespectful, I can't even talk because it pissed me off. You know what I mean?
It discredits what the guys in
the
60s, 70s did, man. When it was, you had guys smoking cigars in the stands, all suits in the background.
Yeah.
Like, very, very respectable.
Absolutely.
Regal.
And my vow to the bowling community is that I refuse to do any fucking slapstick bowling movie. You're not gonna, ever again. I did one. And Tommy Jones was in there too. He was, I don't know if you remember that. I forgot what the hell it was called, Strike or something. Anyway, but
I'll get it.
Yeah.
Was it a movie or a commercial?
It was a movie.
It wasn't with Tara Reid, was
Tara
it?
did that one. Yes.
Yes, that one.
That was
Dude,
it. Was
Wes Malott was in it. A guy.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
I rented that before Blockbuster.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, that was you? God.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't
brought it
remember.
back.
I just remember like a guy throwing a straight ball is leading a tournament, and I was like, come
like
on,
it was
man.
so fucking disrespectful, man.
Yeah.
But at that
And her
time,
kids
I didn't
weren't
know.
even in it. Sorry.
And it just, back then I didn't know the what do you call it? I didn't know that it was, I wish I would have took it more serious. And they gave me this cheetah ball, right? And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It was an 11-pound cheetah ball, and they said, yeah, we need you to strike with this. And they wanted me to pick up this fucking 7-10 split with this. And I'm like, dude, we're gonna be here forever.
They didn't have CGI back then or nothing like that.
They
Like,
had
did they do
that
shit?
little knowledge of the sport that,
dude,
like,
so fucking
it's like
dumb.
a 1 in a million shot with a 6.
Oh my god, dude! It was so like they're like, all right, they clap their hand. They're doing Tommy to do it. Then I think they wanted West to do it, and even Tommy was looking like, dude.
At least they said it. They backed you up, right? They're like, no, this don't
Yeah,
happen.
like you can't do that fucking shit, like, dude.
You got
like,
a better
come
chance
on,
having
man.
Tommy throw it down there, having the ball split.
Oh
in
no, they
half
did.
and
I
making
think they
it that
did
way.
have Tommy. I think they did have Tommy, or what? They had one of them do it. I couldn't fucking do it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I'm like, dude, you all do have no knowledge, like you said, of what a 7-10 split is. You know what I mean? Like, to pick it up. Come on, man. But
Now,
anyway,
at that point, did that like tell you like, God damn, like this is? Did you think it was disrespectful the way that the producers or directors were treating the sport?
well, absolutely. Well, listen, I'm not. Look, the producers and directors, they were all cool. Everybody on set was great, but
They probably didn't know any better.
I
though,
wanna
man.
that's exactly.
Okay,
They're just more ignorant than
Yeah.
making fun.
That's exactly
the-
what it was.
Here's my 10 cents. Go ahead, JC. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go your 10 cents. Go ahead.
My 10 cents on this is what JT is saying, at least to the general public, that everybody needs to understand is it's always something comical when it comes to bowling. Even one of the biggest blockbusters in history for the sport of bowling, Kingpin.
Yeah.
It
Love
was
it.
still
I don't care. I'm sorry. I love
predominantly,
it.
yes, I loved it too, Och. I
And
loved
it's
it
cool
too.
to have those.
But I
But
can't tell you.
the purists weren't about it,
Hang
though.
on,
You're right.
hang on. I can't tell you how many professionals declined to be in that film. My dad being one of them, because of the nature of it. Now, granted, do I think that was dumb on my dad's part? Of course, I would have loved to have met, Roger Clemens for one, just for his cameo in the movie. But anyway, either way, every other sport, like if you want to watch a funny baseball movie, you watch Major League. If you want to watch a serious baseball movie, you watch Field of Dreams or League of Their Own. If you want to watch a funny football movie, you can put on Necessary Roughness. If you want to watch a serious football movie, you put on Remember the Titans or Rudy. Every sport has the golf.
Both sides.
If you want to go watch Caddyshack and laugh at golf, but then you got to make sure you watch the greatest game ever played in the story of Francis Ouimet.
That's a great point.
Bowling doesn't have that, and it's almost been chalked up as a loss for bowling to ever be considered a sport, even though we have two of the most recognizable Hollywood faces on camera saying that it is a sport.
Yes.
So that's what you can never that what was that show about chess? The Queen's Gambit? I wanted to play chess for a year after watching that show.
I won the chess tournament in 7th and 8th grade, so don't worry, I already took care of it. Just
but they keep it's almost like their main goal when it comes to bowling is to make it
always shit on it.
comical
It's
for the
always
viewer. We don't
But
have
it's
that-
also
that
the
element.
easiest too, though. That's the thing, because like JT's saying, they didn't know any better. It's not their fault.
Yeah,
They're
that's the thing.
ignorant to the
Yeah.
sport.
Right.
What producer is going to say, well, I bowled my whole life? If Jerome Bettis was a producer, he'd probably be able to do something good about it. You know what I mean?
And you make a fantastic point. I don't have anything against the producers or anybody that wants to do the movie. But the only issue that I have with Hollywood when it comes to bowling movies or whatever television shows or even commercials is that hire someone
That's all you need.
On that professional, so you all, can have some sense of direction when you go in there to know that a 7-10 split isn't something that you can just fucking pick up,
Exactly.
And so, and it's just, you need that, what do they call it? Like, you just need that.
It's the insider info. Like when Johnny said Major League, they had Pete Yukovic, they had Steve Yeager there, they had guys that would.
But what's crazy about it, Coach, is that's not even insider info. Like nobody said to the producer or the director,
right,
"Hey, just so you know, since the PBA's inception 70-something years ago, like in the mid-50s, just so you know, since the first television show in Paramus Bowl in 1961, only 4 conversions have ever been made on television. In the thousands upon thousands,
and
of
we
games.
just had, and luckily we only just had one.
Make it a slightly different split. Make it like a 4-9 or a 6-8. Make it something that's fucking makeable regardless.
They probably saw Kingpin and they saw him do it with the hand gimmick thing, and it fucking bounced out or something.
And what's sad about it is because this is the bullshit. The bullshit that I was seeing was that Tommy Jones and you had Wes Malott, and they are the professionals. And you have these directors looking at them like, aren't you the professional?
Did they speak up, or did they say that they?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Tommy probably ended up saying something like, "Hey, it's not really that easy to pick that up." But
this ain't like fucking making a pancake here, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes people like the Tommies and the West, look bad in their eyes, because in their heads, in the directors, because they don't get it. They're looking at them. You should be able to pick that shit up, and it's like, no, man. And then now you got people thinking that you don't know how to fucking bowl, and that's unfair. You understand? And so basically, I love the analogy that you gave, Johnny, and that's my vow. My vow is to give the world, the bowling community, that type of movie. There's not, of course, you may have your little dark humor or it's just some little,
of course,
but it's never going to be, if I'm behind it, you're not going to have nobody's coming out with glitter suits. Nobody's going to throw a ball down there with a fucking rose in it. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, the movie was great, Kingpin and all that. But but at the same time, we need that movie. We need that movie to show the seriousness to respect the bowler, so people can understand what I was out there for a minute, it didn't go well, but hey, I love the experience.
You got out there, man.
I did, I did. I got my
Millions of
little
people
one.
don't.
Yeah,
That's
you're
just
right.
it.
You're right, and I loved it, and I still want to do it. You know what I mean? When everything's over, of course. But what I'm saying is that my promise is that I will do a bowling movie, and it's going to be serious. It's not. I know the struggles of what everybody been through. You know what I mean?
And that's
yes,
the
you can,
story
Chuck.
right
Chuck,
there.
Chuck, you definitely can audition for it. I promise. Yeah.
Like with sports movies, there's scoring and there's the story, and bowling has that. And it's like, man, piece it together, get the emotional attachment, get the story, and the scoring is kind of the story sometimes. And you get
Absolutely.
invested, man. Fucking
And,
Rocky was just two
not,
dudes
but
beating the shit out of each other, but you got invested with Rocky.
yeah, but exactly, but still, there's a story behind also that's
always
behind
100%.
Right. So I want to get the struggles that the bowlers go through to lead up to this. So people
that's
can
the
see,
story. You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? And
right.
that's my goal, man.
We talk about that all the time.
Yeah, like and like, it almost makes me, I don't know if you can see it in my face, but it just really gets under my skin when like you would just think that someone would want to do a real serious bowling movie, and because we've seen so many comical bowling movies, I think it's just it's coined as the joke and comedy of, like, they don't see it in being serious.
Right.
And I want to change that perspective, and I'm going to, that's my goal, man.
Remember they did that documentary, what was it called? The League of was that the one, Johnny? Was that the one about the takeover? Not takeover, I'm saying it wrong. The guys that came in, the League of
there were two documentaries. The one you're talking about is League of Ordinary Gentlemen.
Yes.
And that was when Steve Miller from Nike came in.
Yes.
And the billionaires from Microsoft purchased the PBA, and they tried
wanted
to make
the good guy, bad guy shit.
Tried to make it more like wrestling, yeah.
Oh.
But the other one,
idiots would do something like that.
The other one that they had was called Pin Gods, and that followed the life of a former legend who is now it followed Wayne Webb, who had well over $1 million in earnings, was basically runner-up for Bowler of the Decade in the 80s, 20-time titleist, and talking about how when his reign at the top on the tour ended, that there was nothing to fall back on. You lose all your money living in Vegas, and now it's like you got to figure out ways.
He was doing karaoke or something, right? Like he was setting up karaoke stuff.
Yeah, he would do the karaoke throughout the week, and then they followed Walter Ray, who obviously we know what Walter Ray has done in the sport. But then they followed guys like a Bob Vespi and a Tony Rosamilia, who were just trying to break through, showing like, hey, Vespi had a couple good years left of life. Rosamilia never made television, and the one time he did, he signed an incorrect scorecard and didn't make TV. Like, they tried to give you the trials and tribulations. You got Walter Ray and his beautiful motorhome, while you got Rosamilia.
Yeah, but JP, do you remember Walter Ray is like shoveling snow off, and he's like, I just won $100,000. I'm still shoveling my own snow off the own damn. It's like, it's still,
and that's what makes it real. That's
right, but it's still, it's not even like giving the triumph. Like, if he had a guy up there with a freaking heat blower or something like that, it'd almost be like, here's Walter Ray. I'm exaggerating again. I'm going for the story, JT.
Oh, no, I get it, brother. Yeah.
It's still Walter Ray being blue collar and chopping the ice so the critters don't get in the freaking vent on the damn roof of the RV. Just won $100,000. I'm out here chopping the ice in freaking 10-degree weather. And it's like, man, you guys are still all hardcore.
Yeah, no, you're
Even
right.
the guy that wins is fucking hardcore.
So it's almost like, look at it that way.
This is my fault.
You have the best the sport's ever seen work. At least he's working on his motorhome, and when he's driving his motorhome to the next stop, maybe he's got a certain deal with his ball company that they take care of mileage, or they sponsor entry fees. The other guys, they got to take their 9 or 12 balls and those heavy ass slim triple rollers on and off airplanes, wonder if the shit's going to make it, wonder if it's not, look for the cheapest room rate that the PBA books for you, which I'm assuming
find the old country buffet,
even the cheap one now is
day.
$100 a night to even stay in. And then you go there and you have to invest X amount of dollars in food every single day, and God forbid you don't make the top 24 and double your initial investment. Then you got to worry about what you're going to do the next 2 weeks. Those are the kind of things that need to be brought in there, and like you can make the culmination of it all almost like, here's Kyle Troop. Kyle Troop is a Cinderella story in the bowling world when you think about it. He was a journeyman pro, went from one-handed to two-handed. He went from kind of like the badass kid who used to kick ball returns and wear the intermediately priced bowling shoes to, you know what, I'm going to keep my father's image alive in the way that I dress, and my goal is going to be to not only win but entertain the crowds. And he drew an entirely different crowd. Same thing with Belmo.
Yeah.
These are the kind of story, and then he goes out and he wins $500,000 in a season, the most earnings ever. That's the kind of story that needs to be on paper.
Yes.
And it needs to start with him working at McDonald's. It needs to start with
there you go.
JT going to LA, and I don't even know if this has ever happened to you, but having people boo you off the stage at the Comedy Store.
Right. Yeah. I never got booed, but they got quiet.
That's you know, like it needs that storyline needs to be.
That's worse almost.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I heard the air conditioners turn on in that motherfucker. I was like, "Fuck, all right."
Couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it.
He said I couldn't do it. Yeah.
I could do it if I was hammered off my ass, because then I.
So hold on, real quick. I have a. This is a joke I wrote. So like, if crickets say a bad joke to each other, do they hear humans in the background? Think about it. Somebody, come on, help me out here.
Hey, listen.
Pieces are there. Pieces are there.
Oh, that's fucked up. They gave you the fucking. They gave you the trombone. What was that? The trump.
He got the prices right. He got that.
Oh
He got,
yeah. That was
when you eat
We're
10
sorry, you're
Popeyes
going home with
buckets, they
nothing.
give you the trombone for free.
Good job, Iron Peak.
Hey, but listen, you tried it, brother. Most people don't get up there and try it. Sometimes you
I'm
gotta
no
take
quitter.
your lump. Yeah, some people gotta get up. I mean, you're gonna have to take your hits.
I'm
he does.
He
does every week.
He does every week.
Yeah.
Hey man, but that's what makes you better, bro. You know,
absolutely.
Everybody's got booed, and so at some point, Kevin's got booed. Everybody's got booed, man. So at some point in their life, you know,
absolutely.
And just makes you better. You just got to build from that. You know.
I mean, that's what deters people from even doing it, and that's why only a select few can.
All right.
I mean, shit. So, like, I mean, him saying, so, you know, it's funny, that clip that Rob posted, you're like, I've been under pressure before, and I almost feel like your first audition, you probably wanted to poop so bad freaking 10 minutes prior, you were so nervous, and you're like, this is nothing compared to, I can throw a bowling ball, but man, on my first audition, holy shit, I'm staring around the room, I don't know where to look, where to stand, I got the lines in my head, and I start, you know, remember Ralph Cramden, the hamana thing, like, I'm not saying, I don't know, that's impressive shit too, and that's just the practice.
Right, yeah, and yeah, my first audition was terrifying. But one thing that no one ever knew was that you would never know that I'm nervous. You know,
that's like the Chuck Liddell factor.
Yeah, I never like you know, I'll be terrified, freaking out inside. But they always say like, you know, they be like, "Yo, man, good job," and I was like, "Really?" They be like, "Dude," they said, and I'll tell them like, "Man, I was nervous as hell." But comics knew I was nervous. Because
that's tough to hide, man.
Yeah, like, but no, I had I wore it well, but the only reason why they knew I was nervous was I kept like, I mean, if I had a you know, let's just say I had a mic, you know,
you have a tell or something that you did.
Yeah, I had a mic, you know, this is the mic. Yeah, and the cord was coming out the bottom like this, right? And I kept doing this. I kept on like kind of, you know, acting like I'm stepping over the cord or something like this.
Looking for something else.
Looking for something that, and they knew that. They was like, yeah, you did it. They said if I wasn't a comic, they said I would have never known that you were nervous, but we knew you were nervous by the way you were playing with the mic. You know, so but I can hide it well, you know, but because if I panic, I'm gonna freak out and everything's gonna go to shit. So you gotta be grounded. You gotta stay.
No, because
grounded.
I mean, this is serious, and this is anatomical here. This is anatomy where like your fight or flight is kicking in. Your sympathetic nervous system is firing. You're getting every system going. Your heart rate, your blood pressure, your lung capacity, everything is firing at a freaking crazy juxtaposed capacity, and you have to hide that. The beads of sweat and everything, like it's hard to hide, which that's amazing. And like obviously it's a learned talent, but like still to start, like that's man, oh man. I'm getting nervous thinking about it. Fuck me.
Right. Yeah. I see. I you know, because from where I'm sitting, my unfortunately my screen is just a little smaller, but I think I see somebody by the name of Austin Lockhart. Like he made a great point in regards to the comedy show that they did for Tom Smallwood. You know, the show that CBS
Oh, that
did.
sucked too. I
They-
watched it. That was
such a letdown for Tom. I felt so bad.
Told
That's a
nothing. It
great
couldn't tell the
point by
story.
Austin.
Yeah, and
Yes.
thank you for bringing that up, Austin, because that's
I even forgot about it.
Yeah, that's what Hollywood does, you know. And again, it's not intentional. It's just they just get all of this money and they want to do something and they don't do it right. And they didn't do any justice.
But do they
to
do the
Star Wars.
research at all, JT?
No.
Like, do they
No,
even?
no.
I mean,
No.
they just
Obviously
probably
they
read
don't, yeah.
Wikipedia and said Tom Smallwood worked at a car factory or whatever the fuck, and then like,
Well, you know, I mean, I don't know if you were talking to me or JT, but like one thing that would be good for you to research, only because I have direct knowledge of it. I remember I came home from school one day. It was 1993. And I asked my dad if I can go play stickball up the road with the guys. And he said, no, we have a guest coming tonight. It was Michael J. Fox.
Oh,
because Michael J.
God.
Fox,
Greedy.
because the movie Greedy was released in 1993. And when I tell you they went so deep into bowling, part of the contract was Michael J. Fox had to practice for 90 days with at least 2 professional bowlers, not to necessarily throw strikes, but look like he knew how to throw a strike.
There you go.
And and the 2 coaches were my dad and our Fox host, Randy Peterson. And they would practice at Carolier every day. And then Michael J. Fox would come and play Mario Kart with me at home, which was the highlight of my life.
Oh, my God.
you beat his
that's
ass
beautiful.
too. You beat his ass at Mario Kart.
I mean, yes, I did.
Come on.
We're all
I
competitive
beat
here,
the
man.
shit out of Marty McFly and Mario.
Take
Kart.
the
Marty
wins.
McFly. Yo,
Not
that's
a lot of
hilarious.
people can say that, but at least
No,
that
they
and
can't.
that film, you want to talk about a cast? It had Kirk Douglas, Olivia Diabo, Phil Hartman. I mean, you have an all-star cast.
The
in
guy
that
from
film.
St. Elsewhere was in it too. Shit, what was his
Yeah.
name? I can't remember.
But the problem with the movie was the movie didn't have enough bowling, and it was a very bland movie. It really didn't have a lot of substance to it. That was the only real movie where you saw a little bit about what it was like to be a struggling veteran out on tour. You know, somebody who like the culmination of everything I tried to do. Fucking, I'm gonna stay in the industry because I love this sport, but I can't make it out here anymore. It engulfs. For every one legend that we see, it engulfed the lives of 20 that we don't see.
Yeah, right.
And I always thought, I don't even know why I brought that up because I definitely barged in on this conversation.
Well,
but you know me.
because that's the only movie we were talking about before. Like, at least that tapped into it, and it was like
No, but there
more
was
like
there was an actual question that made me say that first that you guys were talking
you just
about.
wanted to tell about kicking the shit out of Michael J. Fox and Mario Kart.
We don't know how your brain works. We still don't know how your brain works yet.
I'm talking to Action Jackson. Give a fuck about him. Well, I mean, I love Michael J. Fox, but give a fuck about him right now. We got our celebrity in the house already.
Yeah.
But I
And
was
JT,
going.
huh?
I
You
was
weren't
going
talking about me?
somewhere with
Oh,
that.
fuck.
Oh yes, I did have it. It was just I was gonna say after Austin Lockhart's comment, real quick because I did promise JT. I'm sorry for this. My best friend Stephanie at the top of the show. The Mike Marcus Memorial. My late great friend and dear friend to the bowling world. His memorial tournament sponsored by Net Credit Union is coming up on December 7th and 8th of just next month. One of the greatest, most wonderfully run tournaments. Stephanie Sheridan, Eric Hodorowski, JJ Sunday, Sonny Manelli Weiland, and the entire staff at Chaco's in Scranton. The most wonderful event you will ever bowl for the absolute greatest cause ever. She wanted me to let you guys know that there are still, Rob, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 spots available on Saturday or 1 on Sunday or vice versa.
Let's see. Sorry, Johnny. I wasn't.
That's
I
okay.
should've been
I can
prepared
find
for
it too.
that.
I just happened.
No,
to
it's
Is that-
la 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 la.
Is that a team? Is that a team?
No,
tournament, or
this
is
is an
that-
individual event. JT.
Oh man, I would love for something like that. Where's that at? Wait, where's it at?
This is in Scranton, Pennsylvania, December 7th and 8th. All the pros come out for it. Well, as many that can get there are always there.
Yeah.
Tons of raffle
My
prizes.
promise to them, one of these years, I promise I will go out there and bowl that.
Well, it would be a pleasure to
Yeah,
have you out
I
there,
will
man.
promise you I will be out there to bowl that. Yeah,
Uh,
now that's bowling. That's
Yes.
the type of tournament that I would love to have to bowl. I mean, I would. Woo, if it was out here, man. Say no more. Shit, I'm there.
Well, I'm pretty sure with the way that this
3
group
spots
runs
open.
this tournament, 3 spots on Saturday or Sunday.
3 spots on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
So there's still 3 spots available for the Saturday squad, 1 spot for Sunday. It's 5-game qualifying, both days, separate cuts, and then you immediately go into head-to-head match play. There are buys available depending on how you finish for seeding. I was fortunate enough to get a 1-round bye last year, then beat the Ginger Assassin in the first round before losing to Mr. Rousse Lajoie in the round
Was
of
that the
16.
last 7-10 split made? That guy?
Yeah, sure was.
See?
Wow, yeah, you talking about the ginger guy, right? Was it? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy.
Anthony,
Woo.
he's an animal. But I
Yeah,
have to. I
man.
promised
Yeah.
Stephanie I would do that at the top of the show, and obviously we are pretty engulfed with our guest here. I didn't want to let it go too long.
No,
Before we talk about him.
I love it, man. I love the
JP,
promotion.
you literally just pulled a Dumb and Dumber when you went, wait, I have. Yeah, I got an idea.
I just had an idea.
I needed that for my 1-minute hiatus. I'll be back.
Okay, tip.
So, how did you get into bowling tournaments on the regional tour, JT?
I met, I think I'm pretty sure you all heard this guy that I'm about to mention by the name of Pharrell Williams, right?
One of my favorites.
Yeah, so I met him out here in California, and when I tell you, he really changed my my perception of bowling. Like I was like, I almost stopped bowling when I watched him bowl, because I was like, this dude can't fucking miss. I'm like,
Right.
he told me straight up, he was like, JT, look, man. He said, you're only good. He was just being 100, man. He was like, you're only good in these on these house shots. You're only good in these houses. He said, but at the end of the day, you ain't shit in these other houses. He said, you need to get out of this house. If you want to take bowling seriously, you need to start joining better leagues. You need to start bowling. You said you said, do you really want to test your skills? Go bowl the tournament on a pattern instead of this house shot shit. He said, that's where you're going to see where you're really at. And he was being real with me. And that's what you need. You need people to be real with you and tell you, like, because I thought I was the shit, and I went and bowled one of those tournaments. And I'm really very competitive. And I went there and I bowled like shit. And from then on, that's when it started to be like, all right, I started really practicing, like, on patterns, and I really started taking it seriously. And I started looking at the people that I used to bowl with and take their money at the comedians and stuff. And I'm like, you guys have no clue what bowling's about. Like, it was that type of, I was mentally on a different level of bowling than they were. And I used to be on their level. So I'm glad Pharaoh told me that, and I felt, and I'm still in love with the sport. I hate that I started out with bad habits. I wish I would have came out and got the correct, the proper coaching, and I ended up getting stuck in this terrible, approach of bowling when I let the ball go, because it doesn't work on everything, and I need to work on that, So, but yeah, at the end of the day, that's how I started, because of Pharrell Williams. He's the one who told me, you need to get out this house and go bowl tournaments and see where you really at, So
You know what somebody has to tell Pharaoh, and it could be me or you, whoever talks to him first, is that he scares the living shit out of me every time he makes a Facebook post, because it's always in all caps. And he's already
you think he's yelling at you?
and he's already a big, scary son of a bitch, even though he's a teddy bear. But every time I see a post from him, I'm like, oh, I'm just scared shitless. We gotta tell him to stop typing in all caps.
Yeah, man. Pharaoh is so kind, man.
Yes, he
you know
is.
that, and you know that. But at the same time, man, when he bowls, man, I haven't seen him in a while, but I'm pretty sure he's still out there, shredding the rack and stuff like that. But when I met him, he was sending pins from the deck back up to the approach, man. And I was just like, dude, like, I don't want to bet this guy. I didn't bet him at all. I said I did bet him, and I lost a lot of money. So yeah.
The year the wild card, the wild thing, those Brunswick balls were new. It had to be early 2000s, or around the time when Barnes won it. We'll call it like the 62nd U.S. Open. He had led the first squad using a wild card. He averaged like 235 on that flat 40-foot U.S. Open pattern. He joined myself, my dad, and a couple other guys from Brunswick for dinner at Longhorn Steakhouse that night. And I figured I was going to just juice it up with Pharaoh all night. him and Dad the entire night.
Yeah.
They never ever stopped talking. It's like nobody else was at the table, which was even more enjoyable
Yeah.
for me to watch those two conversing.
That's beautiful, man.
But yeah, that's
beautiful.
that's pretty. I didn't realize your connection with him, and that makes me feel even deeper about what you bring to the table, dude. That's
Oh
badass.
yeah, man. Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. I like I said, man. I met a lot of great people in the bowling world, man, which makes me really respect the sport, and I want the
You know what,
world.
JT? There's a great question for you
What's
because
that?
we always say that on this show. Also, we always say the amount of people, wonderful people we have met from all walks of life in bowling. It's
Mhm.
unbelievable who you meet from. Is it similar in the television world, in the acting world? Do you
Uh,
meet a lot of really cool people the same way you do in bowling?
yeah, I mean, I do absolutely, man. I mean, you'd be surprised on who you meet in the entertainment world. First, I want to say hey to Todd Adams. Hey, buddy, how you doing? I love you too, brother. You know what I mean? So,
Big Todd.
yeah, Todd Adams, man. Thank you for the love and support, brother.
Did Todd tell you I was one of his groomsmen? Probably not.
No, he didn't. Absolutely, no, he did
Oh
not.
yeah,
He
for
said,
him and
"Oh
Brandy.
yeah, okay,
Absolutely.
all right."
Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's cool, but when I first moved out here to California, man, when you see all these stars like the Will Smiths and the Chris Rocks or who else? Ryan Reynolds wasn't around when I came out here, but you got the Ryan Reynolds and stuff like that. But when you meet them, it's you think you're gonna be starstruck, but you're not. It's because you want to be cool. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the guy to be like, I don't want to seem like a fan because I don't want to not be invited back.
Right.
So but you realize that at the end of the day, man, they're just like us. They're just regular people. And
I guess that was kind of my question was like, were there people that surprised, like for instance, a lot of people in the bowling world think Pete Weber's an asshole. But when you actually sit down and talk to Pete Weber, he's one of the
man,
most caring people in the
I
world.
love Pete Weber,
He
man.
donates
Yeah.
to every single charity.
Uh-huh.
And
I've never had an issue
sometimes
with Pete, but I know, but I felt with Pete Weber, I felt that people didn't know how to read the room with him. Okay.
Totally.
It's like,
100%.
yeah, like if he's in his competitive mode, leave him the fuck alone.
Damn right.
Like don't fucking, just
Yeah.
read the fucking room.
If you
know what I
just
mean?
watched him go 6-2 in the 10th
Yeah.
frame, the 18 came in qualifying to miss the top 24, don't ask him for an autograph on the way to the locker room.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
wants to
Don't
kill
high-five
somebody
him.
right now.
Yeah.
Anybody
like,
would want to kill somebody at that moment.
Absolutely. I just feel like most people just didn't, not most people, but just whoever had an issue with him. Like I understood him.
But I guess that's my question. So like who of the big time names like the aforementioned, who seems a little rugged in the world of the celebrities that most bowlers don't know? Who seems a little rugged or rough around the edges that's actually a sweetheart out there? Can you pick any out of a hat?
Who would I? Oh man, like the major celebrities that I've really met, man. Like I met Will Ferrell. Oh
There's
man,
one that I absolutely adore as an actor. Please tell me he's not an asshole.
fuck no, that motherfucker's a kid. Like he's a big fucking kid, man. Like that.
Thank God.
Yeah, he is. I mean, from when I met him, man, he won't remember me from a pot to piss in, but I remember him. And I remember at a movie premiere, like an after party, man. And he's man, I think my wife actually took a picture with him. But Will Ferrell was really just like a big kid, man, like someone that you really would want to hang out with, and that's serious. And I'm serious about that. And who else? Like I haven't bumped into stars, man, and all the stars that I bumped into like Jamie Foxx, he is really a laid back dude, and he's real cool. If you throw out a name who you may think could have been rugged, and I could probably tell you if I met them or not. More than likely, I probably have met them. But everybody's that I've met, I don't know if it's because of the environment that we're in that they don't. We don't know who they are behind closed doors. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I know that from who I met in person, I've never seen any celebrities major celebrities have this attitude to where I'm like, I don't care for that motherfucker.
That's awesome.
let's
That's
just
awesome to hear coming from you.
let's just be real about it though. Like, there's some fucked up shit that goes on in Hollywood. Like,
oh no, you can count on that. Oh, you can 1,000,000,000%.
Fucked up shit goes on in fucking league.
Well, I mean,
night
life in general, but
in Majestic on Tuesday nights.
That's
every
true.
week.
Right. I mean,
you hear about those sex drug parties in Majestic with freaking childhood actors.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, look, those type of parties happen all the time.
No,
you know what I mean?
not in the bowling alley.
No, not in the bowling alley. I mean, but not the child stuff. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm not saying,
for sure.
I don't know about the child stuff. I mean, I've been to a lot of parties. Okay, I've been to a lot of parties, man. With huge celebrities in there, and I'm gonna have to be honest with you. I've never seen any. I've never been to. Since he's the talk of the town, I've never been to a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Of course, Kevin has. But he never invited me to that. Because I think Diddy was definitely cautious on who he brought over. So he didn't allow anybody to just come over to his parties. So Kevin, I think one time he went to one of Diddy's parties. Only person that he could bring was his bodyguard. You understand? That's how tight and strict it was. Because I look where Diddy's at now. Because
I wouldn't go. I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah, man. Like,
I'd also be the idiot that breaks a vase or something like that. I'd be like, oh man, I'm just resting. Poof. And
but at the end of the day, I want people to understand this. Everybody wants to party, okay, and you're gonna have drugs there at these parties. I mean, it's gonna be weed. It's gonna be probably Molly and stuff like that, and maybe even bigger drugs there. But I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't like it was being passed around.
Right.
So yeah, you're gonna have people who sneak it in, but you're really there to have fun. You're really there to just.
You can say I'm good.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. Oh no, I don't do that.
That's what I mean. People,
you know how many people parties?
Do you realize if I take one more of those pills, what I'm going to look like in an hour?
Absolutely.
There's a
I've been to parties.
You think this is Poland Spring? There's always something you can say. I mean,
absolutely, and
actually that is Poland Spring. This is tequila.
We saw you before. You weren't hiding it, so it's good.
Right.
I'm home. I'm not hiding shit tonight. Salute.
Yeah, he's like, hey brother, I'm over here drinking water. I wish I.
This is our version of partying.
Was it hard for you to try to stay away from stuff like that?
No, well. I was approached all the time in these parties because this is the thing. If you're at the party, they're going to assume that you do some drugs, okay? Sure. And it's up to you to say, "Fuck no, get the hell out of here," or "Yes, yeah." But I've encountered plenty of times at parties, where they had those little vials of damn cocaine or something there,
right.
and they'll just ask you, you want some coke? Do coke? And I'm just like, and it's so and it's so terrifying. Of course, I didn't show it, but I was like, yeah, I was like, nah, man, I'm cool, brother. I said, if you got some weed, I'll smoke some weed, and weed. They look. You talk about weed,
you're like you're taking a baby aspirin.
Yeah, there you go. You talk about weed, you might get kicked out the party.
Who the fuck invited this guy?
Yeah, weed. What the fuck is weed? How you spell that? Like,
who's this naturalist? That shit grows from the earth. We don't want that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what's funny, and this is like kind of, I guess, a question. It's I'm always upfront with my entire life when I'm on here. Yeah. I have struggled with alcohol for 20 years.
Okay.
I definitely smoke weed, but I have never once in my life seen, let alone touched, any kind of narcotic. Not once in my life. I've seen cocaine in a bag once.
Okay.
By accident, right?
Right.
But what's crazy to me is I have also been asked, do you shoot? You want a line? You want this? And every single time I'll say, no thanks. And that's the end of it.
Yeah, they don't pressure
you.
But
when somebody comes up to me when I'm drinking a bottle of water and they say, you want a shot? And I say, no, I'm good, man. Why? Are you sure? What's wrong? Did I do something wrong? Did I not have your selection? I'll go down the street and get it for you.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Why is that the one drug
Yeah, which it
It's
kind of
like
is. Yeah,
it's a fucking
definitely
problem if you don't have one.
That's true.
Everybody else just leaves you the fuck alone.
It's the environment too, though. Like if you're at the bowling alley, and that's almost like, and maybe that's a stigma too, JT. You know, like because it's like in Kingpin again, where they're like, I've never been around such amazing, and the dude's got hot dogs and beer, and the stigma is there. And it's like, I'm not gonna lie, if there wasn't a bar at the bowling alley that I bowl at, I wouldn't go there. I'm just saying. So that's my own doing.
Yeah.
But is it the environment also, like the stigma is already there that like, well, you're
100%.
Of course you're going to be drinking. So
yeah. You go to these parties, you're definitely not going to just be sitting. You know,
right. It's almost like you don't have a menu, but there's a known thing that's going on.
You're doing drugs. Somebody's going to be smoking weed. Somebody's going to be definitely drinking more. It was more drinking than anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I've seen people just flat out put some shit on their hand and just do a quick little bump, you know, and they go back to partying, doing their thing. And they'd be in their own world. They're doing that's their version of partying.
Mine would be Gold Bond's medicated powder, and I'd be like, all right, I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm fucking ready.
Yeah, but everybody, if you go there, everybody's desensitized to it. It's not something where you're gonna freak out. It's just it's just like you go to the bowling alley, you know, people's gonna drink, and you're not worried about the people drinking. That's how it is with the drugs in those type of settings, you know. But but there's no one forcing you to do these things, you know. Now you may have to be careful, you know. I never took drinks from anyone. You know, you're not gonna slide anything.
I never thought of something like that.
Yeah, you're never gonna. Yeah, I was the cautious guy. I was the guy that everybody, like most of the people like Kevin and the people that he hung around loved to hang around me, because I was the guy that will always make sure that no bullshit go down. Like, you know, not saying that I'm like no fucking bouncer, because I wasn't that guy. I'm the guy.
No, you had self-awareness, man.
Yeah, there it is.
You have
there
a military background that
there
had
you
to
go.
be instilled at a very early age.
Yeah, the attention to detail that I had is that I still even have is
and
crazy.
just like Rad Rob and myself, JT, just hearing you talk, the reason I'm certainly so engaged is we're all left-handed. It's like
buddy.
our brains are, and my best friend and also my chiropractor, for real, that guy, his brain is actually faster than all three of ours combined.
I
which
believe
is why we mesh so well, at least the three of us, and you.
I believe it. No, yeah, hey, brother, I believe it.
But I can definitely tell just the way you approach life, your military training. It's no wonder everybody flocked to you to be the caretaker.
Right.
Because you're the perfect balance of the fun.
Yep.
And
there it is.
I'm 100% aware what's going on around
me.
Man,
because when I started hanging around them, they just go fucking hard, bro. And I'm like, well,
but that almost like and for me, I'd be like, oh my god, I got to get in that. And
there you go, and it's fine, and it's and I didn't crave that type of that. You will never ever hear a story where you just hear JT blacks out. Like I'm afraid to drink that much, or or get that high to where I don't know where the fuck I'm at. Like I'm terrified of that. So I know
I have that too. You're absolutely right, but I don't also have the same environment. But like,
but that's okay.
I would still get caught up though.
But it doesn't matter. But as long as you hanging around somebody that's looking out for you, that's it.
Right. That's
true,
too.
And that's all I'm saying. It's okay to do that, but for all of you to do it. Yeah. Where nobody knows what the fuck is going on.
Listen, we don't have 10 babysitters here.
Yeah, that's that. But I'm the babysitter. You count on me. Don't get me wrong. I'll have a shot or whatever, but I know my fucking limit. You know what I mean? I know my limit.
That's amazing discipline, man. That is amazing. Plus, especially because this is like your next conversation could change who knows what. You know what I mean? Like at some of these parties, and that's where like it's life altering, but you still have to have that discipline where you got to hang back and keep your wits about you.
There you go.
That's where I'd falter. Not that in that situation, but I'd be glomming onto everything right there.
What was the reason for going to these parties? Was it just to network, to just chill out?
Well,
cool,
hey man,
meet new people.
Are you not going to go to a fucking party if they ask you to go?
No. I'm just.
The fuck kind of question is that?
No. I think it's a respectable. It's a respectable question. I mean,
no, it's not. Don't fuck that. No way.
No, fuck that. No,
Rob, this is for you, Rob.
Why Why would you go to these parties? Because it's a fucking Hollywood party. Who the fuck knows? Tits might be out.
But there's
Who the
but
fuck
people
knows, man?
but I have to answer that for him because
give him his props.
Well, he
I
doesn't.
appreciate that.
He's not part of the drug scene. He's not part. You know what I mean?
there you
Like,
go. There you go. So people
We
have
had to
their
bust his
different
ball,
motives to go to
fucking
these
degenerates.
parties.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. So yeah, people have their different motives when they go to these parties. Okay. My main motive was to, network, and but at the same time, it's hard to really network when everybody's shit faced and they're just, and ain't nobody
Hey,
fucking
remember
paying
from last
attention.
night? No.
Yeah, no.
Oh, fuck, my bad.
Yeah, my bad.
JT,
Yeah,
who
so
was that? You were there? Yeah.
yeah. You were there. Oh shit, I remember you. Sorry, guy. But other than that,
remember the
but
guy
when
with
I
the
was
mask?
single at
What
that
the fuck?
time, yeah, I know. And of course, when I was single at that time, I was actually going there for the women. You know what I mean? And trying to hook up. You know what I mean? But and just have a good time, dance and laugh and that type of stuff. But yeah, I mean, but to answer your question as well, I didn't go to all the parties because because sometimes it's going to be the same shit over and over and over, and you get burnt out, man. And
Just
so
repeating the album again, basically.
yeah.
Yep.
So to answer this question, so sometimes people want to go to the party, but if it's the same shit over and over again, man, it's just like, hey, man, I would catch that next one, brother. And that's and I started to become that guy because it's the same.
That's like
shit.
your auditions too, man. You'd be like, I got a bowling tournament. I'm gonna get you. I'm good. I've seen it. I'm okay with it, and I'll take care of it. And then let's do this first because I know this is more productive right this second.
There you go. And
Jade.
and huh?
No, go ahead.
Oh yeah, and but I've been to look, I can't even count how many parties I've been to. But I have to say that every party that I did go to, I've never seen any inappropriate things to happen outside of people just doing what everybody would do when they want to do drugs or drinking and things like that. Now, were
private
there
property,
rooms?
it's America. You do you.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, were there other rooms and parts of the houses or that I didn't know about? It could possibly be. Now I know that I did go to one party where they said, "Hey, if you go behind that door, you're gonna have to sign an NDA." And I said,
this ain't let's make a deal, is it?
I said, I said, fuck that door. And I don't need to go to that door. I said, I'm looking for the bathroom. I do not want to go to a door where they're going to shove a damn NDA in my fucking face. You know what I mean? So, so that,
nothing good could come out of that. Really.
No, absolutely.
No.
So they had that.
It does make you curious, though.
Yeah, that will make you fucking curious.
That's my thing.
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
certainly made me curious. Like,
hey, you just signed the NDA. You good. You know what I mean?
Right. So it's a
trampoline. I'd be hanging out to see who comes out of that room.
Right. Oh, no. You would never see who comes out because it was another back door. They go out of there, and it's a special door that they knock on in the back.
Oh, I bet it's a special door.
Yeah, and you can't even go through the door to sign the NDA unless you're invited. And because like it's that serious,
And then like a little trap door for the animal that they had in there. At the time.
I don't know about that, but I won't be surprised if they didn't have
an
it.
active imagination, man.
Yeah,
That's all.
hey, I love it, man. Hey, I love it,
Straight
man.
Up 5, none of this is to be taken. This is satirically. We're getting facts, but we're also taking our own spin on it. We're the dumbest white people that are talking to Action Jackson right now. So we have no clue about any of this.
It's called Hollyweird for a reason. So,
oh no, hey brother, you will if you will see some weird shit. It's just going to happen. You're going to see it.
That is so intriguing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's
it's almost like you're like, wow, it really does happen.
That's the first time I ever heard anybody needing an NDA to go through a door.
Oh man, you have no idea. And I don't want to, and I definitely don't want to start mentioning the celebrities that asked for the NDA, which I was very highly shocked that they did. But I was like, really, you? Like you? An NDA?
Damn.
Whoa. Yeah. All I will say is there definitely is somebody that everybody knows. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna leave that at that.
No, that's good. That's
good.
People
got
this is our doing, man. We're dragging up this tree, man.
Yeah.
I hate to be Johnny Raincloud here and change the subject, but I have a bowling question.
Fuck you, asshole!
Come on, Johnny. We're talking about
Johnny
NDAs and weird
Raincloud.
shit, and you want to talk about
He
bowling.
fucking yells. He yells over me. Doesn't let me finish a goddamn sentence.
That's true.
You
No,
know,
you're
fucking ask
This
a
is
bowling
a
question.
very definitive
Not
guess.
you,
I
JT.
can't. I'm ruining
No,
the show.
it's all good.
See, like right now, I'm like politely asking to
said,
ask you a
"See,
question,
yeah."
and he's still yelling at me.
Oh, that's
Anyway,
hilarious. Okay.
my question is, Chuck Ritchie earlier said, you said you're 47 years old.
Yeah.
You gonna bowl the senior tour?
Hey, brother, I'm gonna get out there, brother. I'm never gonna stop bowling. Yes, I got
Hell
3
yeah.
more years. I'm gonna jump my ass out there. Well, I
Hell
can't
yeah.
believe I'm about to be fucking 50 around this bitch, man. Jesus, what are the time?
Man, I'm 40. I mean, I know I'm 7 years
48,
behind
so
you, but
I'll get there before you.
You say you get there
But,
before me. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ageless and timeless.
Yeah. My man is hilarious.
Let's just say
Ocho's
Ocho.
This is giving it away a little bit, though.
Uh-oh,
on
the
the back
Nintendo? Yeah, brother. Uh-oh.
yeah, but
Ocho's
you
on
were
the back
playing.
nine
Those
right
were
now.
your roots
The
when you were
back.
18.
I was older than that, actually.
Yeah,
When it
let's
came
hear
to
about chicks getting coke sucked off them off of tits, and let's talk about bowling instead.
It's a coke sucked off of tits. Let's talk
are you
about
going to ask the question, Johnny, or can we just move on?
That was the question.
He did the
Oh, okay.
question, you
All right.
fucking dick.
Thanks, Rob.
Great
I wasn't
host.
listening. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Oh my god.
Great host.
When
I
Johnny
guess
What's up,
the
Gary?
only other question I was going to ask was, I'm looking at the clock. We've kept him for an hour and a half. Are you okay? What are we doing
I'm
here?
chilling with y'all, brother. I'm
All right.
really good, man. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, and thank you, Matthew Wilborn. I appreciate the the love and the support. And so yeah, it's real small on my side, but I just want to make sure I acknowledge the people that I see.
Well,
you know.
and
the
it
truth
is
is the
something
truth,
that,
though, too, man.
it
That's the
is.
other thing.
It's something you've had to go through for the last 6 years, 7 years.
Almost 7. Yeah, pretty much almost 7. Yeah. This shit
Look,
is crazy.
Kevin Hart's funny. You can't deny his success.
Hey man, listen.
However,
brother,
he got there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's a funny dude. Look,
Look, man,
Tom
I don't
Brady
hate.
was
I'm not hating on him,
fantastic.
bro. Yeah, and I know you're not saying that, but I like. Look, I don't have a hateful bone in my body. I don't have grudges. I don't have none of that. But sometimes you do have to remove people from your life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
And unfortunately, we definitely have to remove Kevin from my life, and for whatever reason, he has to remove himself from me.
Which is sad because you two were good together. Like
man,
you two were,
that was my boy. That was brother.
Right.
That was my pots and pans.
I mean, let's
You
not forget.
understand?
Like we can talk about it like it's nothing to us, but you lived it. You're
I
still
definitely
living
lived it.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
absolutely.
it's a lot different when you're on your side. Us, we're just fanboys, right?
Oh,
Watching
yeah,
shit on
yeah,
TV. But like
right.
you really went through it, and people are like insensitive to that fact sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and you're gonna have that. People are gonna have their opinions, and what I like to, jump on everybody and try to clear the air. Yeah, but you'll be doing that forever, and I'll
Maybe
be
in
doing
20
that.
years or something like that, it'll be maybe there's a Netflix episode in 20 years, but like right now, no, it's no, I'm half joking, but like, cause you always see them kind of reunion things, but like, and shit, if that don't build your fucking tolerance or pressure up, then like seriously, like that's like there's probably enough Xanax on this earth that would get me through something like that, and I don't take that
man.
shit, you know what I
Bro,
mean? Like,
absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong. I have to take medication. To keep me
you
calm
got to
at
get your
times,
brain
brother.
even, man. That's
Yeah.
anatomical.
I
That's
do
nothing,
too. I
that
mean,
ain't your fault. That's
a lot of us
nothing.
do.
Yeah, man. And that's probably most of the time you see me just chill, and some of the medication just kicking in and it's just keeping me cool, collective. But I never was a active and out of control guy anyway, so I'm just gonna be even more relaxed and even more cool.
No, this is you
But-
just dialing it down a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And then there's
it's
times,
you.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And there's times where I don't get me wrong, I'll get some anxiety, thinking about the case and how everything went down and shit like that. But for the most part, my wife, she's just like I said, man, she has my back. And she keeps me, just level, cool, and things like that. Again, not saying that I'll be flipping out, no shit like that. But it's just, but sometimes I'll get so obsessed with, all right, so what's the next steps? What's the next steps?
Well, it's also because you're innocent too, and that's
that's
the
the worst part. That's the worst part.
Like, man, if you guys fucking knew, and I want to type a memoir right fucking now, and like, and
Yeah,
everything
man.
will be factual, and it's like, and then you got to go.
Which look, I
put on the Odd Couple or something.
I
or
applaud
something,
you, bro.
just to turn it off. And that's like, and if that don't prepare you for anything else in life, any audition,
Absolutely.
my God, you're probably going to be a fucking major actor in fucking
There
5
you go.
years.
There you go. This definitely
Because
will
like
help
that,
my
literally,
acting.
you can get through anything if you get through something
There
like
you
that.
go. Yeah, this definitely is going to help my drama side out. You know,
That's true too, man. Just to recall something.
There you go.
I mean, I applaud you for the way that you handled the police that day when they came to your house.
Man, you
didn't want to be another statistic.
Man, fuck no, man. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, man.
I'm a civil rights activist, by the way, so I watch this stuff intently for the last 6 years. I'm not kidding. Like, I watch how this stuff goes. I know every tactic, and I said, "Holy shit, this was the smartest thing," and that they let you do it, which is also good.
Yeah,
because usually they'll go, "No way, fuck you, you do what I say."
Yeah, the people don't know how to act in them fucking situations, man. You can't be fucking acting a fucking fool.
When you were calm. You calm them down.
Absolutely. That was me de-escalating the entire situation because they didn't know what they were running into. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. You know what I mean? And all they knew was that I own guns, okay, which were obviously registered. They looked everything
and they're legal.
And they're legal as fuck. Yeah. And not only that, I think I have to think that somebody on Kevin's side had to let them know that I was, I had PTSD, that type of stuff, because that type of shit,
little bit more.
Yeah, that type of shit ain't available to the world, and even then, it's not even available to the police unless somebody, was unalived. I think that's what you're supposed to
bro,
say.
they're not going to come here with a whole team and ready with a ramrod to bust down your fucking door.
Right.
If you're just some regular dude.
There
right?
you go. Right. Exactly. So, again, I just felt for some reason, at that time, I felt like I was some really elite Green Beret or Navy SEAL around that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, but they were aggressive, man. You know what I mean? They're knocking on the door, banging on the door. I'm at the door with a fucking gun in my hand because I'm thinking somebody's trying to break into my home. And when I saw those, I looked at the peephole and I saw those police officers. They were already like this.
You're like, oh,
you know
shit.
What I mean? I said,
no, and they're backed. So remember, folks, they're backed by the state. They're backed by unions. They're backed by qualified immunity. This is my shit here. They are backed by every facet of the state that makes the citizen the criminal before they're even indicted, before anything is gone. They protect them rather than the citizen, even though they take an oath to uphold our rights. I'm sorry, but this is my shit now,
and just to clear it up.
But you had to be the professional.
Right, yeah, I had to be the professional.
Sad part.
Yeah, I had to be the professional. But again, though, the police officers that were there, the only person knew that was bullshit was the actual lead investigator that was from the DA's office. So I'm not mad at all.
No, I know that. I'm mad.
They were there. No, not you. I know you're not saying. I'm just telling you. I know they were there just doing their job, and they're going off of what they've been told. You understand? The only person I was mad at, was and not mad at, but just, I was just highly upset, not angry, but I was upset.
Because they knew. If they knew.
Yeah, man. If they knew, but again, it was a lot of collusion going on. Okay. And I have all the evidence, and there's another side to outside of Kevin Hart's case. There's the federal case, which is the Section 1983 complaint that I filed against the individuals at the DA's office.
So that's a 42 USC, right? 42
there you go.
USC 1983.
There's
also the 18 USC 241, 242 if they conspire. I know this shit. That's what I'm just saying. That's why I get fired up, and I'm sorry.
There
I
you
don't
go.
mean to take this up.
Oh, I love it, man. I'm glad that you
because I was ignorant to it for way too many years, and I've been for about the last 8 years. I've been seeing it, and it's horrific and gross. It's honestly.
I know you got a great lawyer, but Ocho works cheap. If you need extra legal advice, he'll be happy.
I'm not a lawyer. I just know the law better than most of them, and not you.
You do,
and you do too, because you de-escalate
better than most.
I don't mean to keep. Go ahead, JT. This is
I love going back and forth, man.
That upsets me that I know you like for 5 minutes, but like I know you as a human that had not committed a crime.
That was just a Tiger Woods reference, Ocho.
What's that? Well, I missed it.
It was just a Tiger Woods reference because you said better than most.
Oh, that's the freaking TPC at Sawgrass.
Thank you. Get back to your
The
conversation.
17th hole when he freaking hit like a freaking 90-footer. Sorry, go ahead, man.
Golf
Go ahead,
nerd.
JT. Now, I will stop. I promise you.
No, I know you're
And I
passionate
know the
about it.
federal lawsuit too, and you have a fucking slam fucking.
Oh
dunk
yeah,
on it.
and just to let the people that's watching and you all know that that's a federal case, as you know. So you judges just don't allow those type of cases to move forward if you don't have merit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, the district court, they don't care, but once you get up to the freaking
unless you're in New York City and you want to fuck over former president. That's
there you go. Yeah. Hey, there you go, brother. You said Jesus Christ.
I knew that would stir his shit up, but yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, but they allowed me to move forward against the lead investigator for her fabricating evidence. So not only do we have Kevin Hart who fabricated. I mean, this is no allegedly. You understand? Yeah. This is completely facts of Kevin fabricating evidence and submitting it to the DA's office. Okay. And then so we got him on that end, and then we got the lead investigator on the DA's end who fabricated an email who said that Kevin received a $5 million email, which never occurred. And not only that, we hired 3 different forensics handwriting specialists who all concluded that the search warrants, 3 warrants were fabricated, and I'm sorry, 3 search warrants were forged. Okay, of a judge's signature. Okay, these are all facts. And
who the fuck did you piss off?
No, but not even that. Listen.
Yeah.
By the way,
I'm serious.
This is how bad it is. It's so easy to get a judge to sign a search warrant.
Yes.
It is so easy. The judges don't even read it. That's how bad it was that they wouldn't even fucking sign it for them.
There you go.
So easy.
There you fucking
They
go.
can say the guy fucking peed on himself and then fuck him, indecent exposure, and they'll fucking do a search warrant. This is how innocent this freaking. I'm sorry, man.
That's all good, but I'm gonna answer.
What the fuck did you do?
Yeah,
you talking about me, right?
I'm talking about you,
JT.
Because I've known you for like.
It's somebody trying to cover their ass. Is all.
I've known you for 30 years, and I knew none of this. And yes, I'm looking at you. I've known you for 30 years, and I know nothing. I cannot wait to talk to you after the show.
Oh, that is so fucking.
I need to know where this came from.
Yeah,
my doctor and my friend of 30 years, and he's like,
I know the law, man. I know the law.
If he was spitting Steelers scores from 1980 right now, I would get it.
Right.
Well, that's easy. Anybody can do
the
that.
Same way if I was spitting bowling balls from the 1990s, I would get it.
Shit, Johnny, even I knew that.
I fucking have a degree in criminal justice from Youngstown State. / Moorhead State, and I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Said, I don't know what the fuck. Yo, yeah, he's on his shit. He definitely know what the fuck he's talking about. I tell you that. I love that. Definitely.
That's why I love him, man. He's sharp
because it's full on injustice. It's full on injustice, man. That's what it is.
Let's play devil's advocate, JT. If you were trying to put yourself in their shoes, whoever started this shit.
Okay, and
whoever wanted to get at you for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be. It could be Kevin. Could be whoever. Gotcha. Whatever, dude. Like,
yeah, let's do it.
Why do you think you deserve this to happen to you? Like, why would somebody want to do that to you personally?
Hey, man, that's the thing. In Hollywood, brother, people have to keep their reputation together and intact. You have Kevin Hart, who cheated on his wife on her birthday weekend, who was 8 months pregnant. Okay, Kevin Hart is the guy. He was the family guy. Okay, right. 3 months prior to that, he was accused of cheating in Miami, being caught in the car with another female. Okay, Kevin had a lot of heat on him. Okay, he had a lot of stuff coming out, meaning like movies and sponsors and So again, this is I'm just gonna say allegedly, but it's a so just know what I say after that. This is what I believe it to be. Okay. What I do know is this: when Kevin ended up cheating on his wife with the female by the name of Matia Sabag, they were on to her. Okay. And there's evidence showing, this is a really complex case. Okay. Just know that the DA's office and everybody were on to her. Okay. And I have all the evidence for that. We showed all the evidence. We got all of that. And they were on to her, and it was something sent to these blog sites with her pretty much asking for some money. Okay.
Right.
Kevin, when him and I were cool during that time while this was happening, he was telling me, yeah, we got this bitch. We gonna do this. We got her. We got her. All of a sudden, all of that shit went away. Okay. Kevin, they stopped pursuing her. No, we're looking at the evidence that it was some shit that she did, but they stopped going after her for some fucking odd reason. Okay. Next thing I know, Kevin and her are linking up together and doing press conferences together. Again, I'm not even in the mix. I don't. Nothing's happening to me.
You're learning on the fly, basically. Like
yeah,
with the news and everything.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm through Kevin and through the news.
Okay, but still, but I mean,
So I didn't.
There's no insider info, that's for sure.
No, absolutely. So I was just like, oh well, shit. I guess, fuck. I guess they're working out something.
They're
I didn't give a fuck. It had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? So it was his business. So we have our theories on what happened. Who knows what happened in between her and him, and
what promises were made,
exactly on why all of a sudden they were linked up together, because he was at her. I mean, they were like, we're gonna get this bitch. Next thing you know, they working together. So something happened, and they had that, and then whatever happened, it was major. So you saw my you led off with it in the introduction where my lawyer, you heard him.
Yeah.
So unfortunately they just couldn't say they fucked up. You understand?
Too much on the line.
It's like you have careers on the line, jail time on the line for them.
Sure.
You think they give a fuck about me? It wasn't a personal thing. It was them to save their own ass, and that's what my lawyer was trying to say, and we saw it. You
were just that guy, man.
Unfortunately, I was that fucking guy that got caught on the wrong end of what was happening. And what happened is that they dropped all the fucking extortion charges. They dropped all the extortion charges, but they added 3 more charges a year later. Around the time that they dropped those fucking extort. That was the crux of the fucking case.
Yeah,
you motherfucker said that he was extorted.
And you said they never brought that in that email into evidence, right?
My God.
How the fuck can you be that stupid?
Let me tell you something. See, that's the thing.
That was the dead giveaway too. Literally the dead giveaway.
And this is the thing. People, we the people put too much stock in labels. Okay. And labels meaning like police officers, DA's office, and I'm not saying this ain't no bad session on law enforcement and things like that, because there are great law enforcement. I know them to be out there, and I know a lot of them. They are great people.
But there's bad apples in anyone.
There
No,
you
but
have
the
it.
problem is they can't out the other ones, because then they're fucking blackballed. And I'll call it right
Absolutely.
now.
There you go.
Silence.
True too.
They will, if they say something, they're gone.
There
Wait,
you go.
Turned on us? Are you kidding me?
There you go.
This guy changed a report. Now this guy's going to jail forever. But he wasn't guilty. Okay, now you're demoted. I have an internal investigation going on against you because you turned your siren on at a subway. So now that's a policy violation.
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry.
So no, it's all good. But what I'm saying is, what I learned throughout this entire situation, throughout this entire case, man, justice is really hard to get.
Just us, meaning just them, is all it fucking is.
I'm telling you, I witnessed this. I'm telling you, me and my lawyer witnessed this in front of our eyes, where we were in front of a judge doing a criminal case, and my lawyer filed a pitches motion. A pitches motion is a motion where you will file a motion against a officer due to bad conduct. Like, you just know that this isn't the only thing they did, that they have done. So a pitches motion means that you want to know what else they've done in their career,
which they'll usually hide also, because
but it's not available to anybody.
Not privy
you
to the
have
public.
To file that pitches
Put them on the Brady list, but they're still not privy to the public.
Yeah, right.
You guys know what the Brady list is? I'll tell you later. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, the judge that we were with, he pretty much told my lawyer straight up. He said, he said, well, he was like my lawyer. He was like you saw him. He was a fucking amazing, and he laid it all out to the judge.
Stoic, factual, fucking confident.
And the judge told him in his face, and I heard it. Everybody heard it. He said,
"We're on the same team."
He said, he said, I'm going to deny the pitcher's motion. He said, whatever happened, he can file a lawsuit. He said, but there will not be any good cop or bad cop in my court. And my lawyer said, Your Honor, this is all bad cop. You know, and he said, I don't care what it is. It's not going to happen in my court. So
they're all the same fucking team.
What I learned is that I was like, oh shit, like that I'm getting front row seats that there's just really no justice. Like there's some good lawyers out there, there's some good judges out there, there's some good DA prosecutors out there, good police officers out there.
Unicorns are called.
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
Right. Unicorns. I agree. But I will say that judges will look out for judges. DA's office is going to look out for their people. And who else? And of course, police is going to look out for
they're
police.
On the same fucking team.
Right.
They're on their back by the state.
So
they're all taxpayer funded. And then we pay for it. Oh, file a lawsuit. Oh, so more taxpayers can fucking now pay you. That's fucked up, man.
Settle down.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
No, but I'm not. This is serious shit, dude. Fucking serious shit.
Yeah,
it is. He don't deserve it. I would fucking give him my wallet right now because he's fucking innocent.
But
the judge said he's just got to sue. Okay, great. Who's paying? Taxpayers.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
You ain't going after qualified immunity.
Right.
Joe, you're the host now.
Fucking immunity anyway.
He's the new host now. I'm out. Yeah. No, I get it. I love it. I love it.
No, this is
you know
so
how many popcorn he's
wrong.
got cheeses.
So
yeah.
Wrong. This it's so fucking wrong. It's so wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what bugs me. And I get fucking yelled at because you're like, why do you care so much? I care so much because innocent people are fucking getting railroaded by the system. It ain't fucking right.
Johnny, pour one out for me
because
too.
They're on the same team. Because they're not on our team. They take an oath to defend our rights. They stand up and say, I solemnly swear to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreigners, domestic and foreign. What if I don't even know the fucking oath. But still, and they don't even know the oath. They don't know the First Amendment.
No, but I get it.
For those of you just tuning in, welcome to Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr., your local somewhat celebrity bowling show. We hope you're enjoying this combo.
I'm frozen.
I'll tell you what, this is like, I'm just throwing this in here real quick. I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this like more than any other.
I'm disgusted. I'm fucking disgusted.
I am learning so much
I'm not kidding you.
right
Guys
now.
think I'm fucking
And
joking,
I get to
man.
chill with my friend, and I get to hear about Kevin Hart being unfaithful on his birthday. Like, I'm just really happy right now.
Fucking cocaine off some chick's tits.
Yeah, except the fucking 42 USC 1983 that's gonna fucking bury that motherfucker.
Okay, getting back to my initial question before Ocho went on a fucking diatribe.
Right.
Why did they not introduce that in court? The only fucking evidence that they had, an email.
Right. They didn't.
Which we found out with a PDF. It was never sent to anybody.
It was never.
Why was that never introduced by the prosecution? In your opinion?
In my opinion, it was never introduced because Kevin says that he deleted the email. So that's where they fucked up because I was already locked up at that point.
No shit,
okay?
Right.
Yeah. So the DA's office fucked up. Okay. Not only Kevin, but the DA's office fucked up because they arrested me based on an alleged screenshot that they claimed that Kevin submitted to the DA's office on April 27, 2018. It was
great investigation tactics too.
I think Ocho's head will explode after hearing that.
Oh yeah. So basically, on April 30th, 2018, is when I was arrested for this screenshot. It wasn't even authenticated. And what makes it even worse, guys? What makes all of this even worse is that the DA prosecutors, it was two of them, and the DA lead investigator all worked in the cybercrime unit. So that is something that should have been the first fucking thing you should have done. You should have took that screenshot and immediately asked Kevin, where is the original? Because JT's fucking counsel is going to ask for that. They never fucking asked for it. They never asked him for that. They just took it off of face value, arrested me, threw me in jail, prosecuted me for 3.5 years. but they only asked Kevin 1 year later. They asked him a year later, we need to get that authentic email from you.
That should have been Exhibit A. That literally should have been Exhibit 1A.
Brother,
This is what
they
we're entering.
didn't even put it in Discovery. They didn't even put it in fucking Discovery. And they didn't even, and it was never mentioned in any proceeding. The only thing they tried to go for was they said some emails was sent to Kevin Hart, and we said, well, where is it? They never showed it to us. And then they switched it up when my good lawyer, which I had to fire my other lawyer because he some other shit came up with him where his family, his mom died. I get it. I said, listen, man, my condolences, but I got my life on the line.
He was good though, at least, right? It wasn't like you got some shit show at first and then you went.
No, my first lawyer was great.
Gotcha.
He was really great. Yeah, he was a great guy. His name was Chad Lowen. He was a good.
Remember these lawyers. Now remember when these lawyers fight against the system, they're now blackballed too. So when you fight for civil rights or an innocent man, you're blackballed too. So the lawyer's taking a freaking head on it too, and they don't want to be. They want to be in the fucking on the team. So I'm so good for them, by the way.
Absolutely. So I hired the guy that you saw that you put in the introduction. He broke the case open in less than 2 months. Okay,
that's badass.
So at this point, the DA couldn't go back on their word. They couldn't go back and say they fucked up. So it wasn't personal. Yeah. It wasn't a personal thing that they're saving their fucking ass. And in order for them to save their ass, we need to add more charges to JT. Well, let's go to the
easiest
lab.
thing to do. It's the easiest thing to do. They just fabricate anything.
Yeah, and that's what my lawyers they fucking said identity theft and stolen property. What property did I steal? And who fucking identity did I steal?
Did you pretend to be Kevin Hart?
Yeah, fuck no, hell no. Kevin,
you're a lot taller than he is.
Obviously. I know, yeah, right, exactly. And it's like, and my lawyer said, "Well,
my daughter's 2 years old, and that's terrible. That's not nice."
No, that's perfectly legal.
I'm just being a dick now. I don't like the tactics, and that's what
and that's what it is.
He set the system up against fucking.
There you go. There's obstruction of justice, and it was abuse of process. So so I see somebody that says, what is it? Mean boy. He said emails have headers with IP address info. You are absolutely correct.
Yes, it's not rocket science,
right? And the issue is with that. I like the name Mean Boy. Is that there wasn't any IP address? Okay, because he created this from scratch.
Coming on Microsoft Word for all we fucking know.
No, that's what it was from Microsoft Word. That was the forensics analyst that we hired concluded. He was like, dude, there was no forwarding headers. Kevin lied and said that he forwarded the email. There was no forwarding headers. He fucked up there. And then he said that he received it. And not only that, it was in bold that it was created in Microsoft Word. Okay, but he
you couldn't say he cropped it, obviously.
No, it was over when we found but the problem,
it's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Literally,
but the forensics guy who did it, he couldn't believe it. He said I've done over 1,000 cases. He said this has to be by far the most ridiculous case that I've ever had to conclude. He was like, he was just like, man. He's like, I can't believe that they actually thought that they were going to pass this off. But the problem is the DA, the people that I mentioned, they were on the call during the interview. And you hear them coercing, kind of like saying, so you received this email, correct, Kevin? Yeah, I received it. And he said, I forwarded it. Yeah, I forwarded. Like you hear all of this happening. You know, and my lawyers and everybody, and they're looking like, are we listening to this? And you have two cybercrime units that should have known immediately that these fucking emails were fabricated. And that's why they're being sued. So what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's actual scammers out there taking old people from their money, their whole entire savings. I mean, like real life stuff that's going on. That's real.
And
then you got this stupid stuff that's going on with you.
So what happened is that my lawyer and we all knew that they were enamored because this is Kevin Hart. They're never going to get another fucking case like this. You know what I mean? This is this case could possibly change one of their careers or all of their careers.
See, this is exactly what they're saying. They're like, we gotta take it.
So we have to stick it to JT somehow. We have to get him to take a deal. We have to do something, but they had me all the way fucked up. I was never going to go down for this shit.
They'll act like they're your friend too. Here's what they do, and they'll go, "Hey, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna plea out, and then you take this, and then we'll just kind of set you away, but you won't get charged for this. You won't get charged for this." And JT's gonna be like, "You motherfuckers, I'm innocent as fuck."
There you go. No, there you go. And that's what you just said. My man is on point. What he just said is exactly
that's what they do. They try and plead out, and
they
added more charges. They add more charges, and they go, "Well, you have now these 12 charges."
There you go.
None of them stick.
So what you just said, they tried to make me take a deal, and when let me tell you something. If I would have been the person who done that, that deal would have been it was the sweetest deal on the fucking planet. They offered me, they said, listen, they told my lawyer, listen, you tell JT that all he has to do is 5 community hours and no jail time and 1 month of probation, right? And they said, and that's all he had. That's how desperate they were.
That's a moving violation tactic right there. That's literally
my God. I told them motherfuckers.
That's when you had them bent over.
You tell them, fuck you. That's what I told them.
I'm holding serve now.
Yeah, absolutely. Told them, fuck you. I said, you tell them that I'm going to see their asses all the way to trial and to the court. I said, I don't give a fuck about, I said something real smart. I said, I don't give a fuck if they gave me no time and no community hours and nothing. I said they can kiss the back of my black balls. That's what I told them motherfuckers. And that's when I told I told my lawyer to tell him I said that shit. Of course he didn't tell him, but I told them motherfuckers.
Now it's on record here. Straight up.
Well, you heard it here first. So
yeah. I told them motherfuckers kiss all of that. You know what I mean? But I said I'm not fucking taking no fucking deal. He said, well, as your lawyer, I have to tell you what I have to present what they told me to tell you.
Because if you did take that, the media would take that and run, and you would be guilty in the court of public opinion and everywhere else.
There you have it. There you have it. And that was never going to be my story.
That's a career ender right there.
That was a career ender for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck no, man. You know what I mean? No. So anyway,
when you're innocent and this is supposed to be the justice is blind, let's fucking do it the right way now, motherfuckers. Absolutely. Now I got the ball in my court. Now we're fucking doing it right.
Absolutely.
That's gonna feel good though. Like that has. I mean, obviously them dropping the charges, you knew that had to happen eventually. But
absolutely.
It has to feel good that you're going to be vindicated, and hopefully they'll get theirs at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But see, when I turned them down, this is the bullshit. This is what they did then. They were like, "Oh my God, this motherfucker is really not taking his fucking deal." You know what I mean? Of course,
hardboy and go, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to start."
Yeah. Exactly. So what they did was they prolonged the case a total of 3.5 years. Mind you, they dropped the charges, the extortion charges, a year after I was arrested. But they prolonged the case another two and some years because now their next strategy was, okay, we know if we drop these charges right now, JT is within the statute of limitations to fucking take us to the cleaners. So let's drag this fucking case out and get him outside of the statute of limitations. And now at that point, I couldn't sue them. You understand? I'm not a fucking lawyer. I didn't. Yeah, so
that's just math, dude. That's math, buddy.
Yeah.
You're good.
So I didn't know anything about fucking statute of limitations and no shit like that, and they were banking on that. And so,
would they get 2 years? Question, is that what it was?
It was 1 year for defamation.
Oh, okay.
And it was 19, 20, 21. And it was 3 years for malicious prosecution, but it was
so
but
they're
then,
just watching the clock, hoping they all fucking run out by dragging your ass out.
That's why they started tacking on these baseless and frivolous charges. It didn't make fucking sense because they knew, they knew they fucked up. You understand? So when they knew they fucked up, that's when they started to prolong everything and really so what they were going to do was wait to trial, and they were going to fucking just dismiss the case. We were going to never make it to trial.
Right.
They were going to drop they were going to try to pressure me, and until we got because the last thing that they want is for me to go to trial because it was a Kevin Hart case, and you had the media because it was a Kevin Hart case. The media was going to be there, and they didn't want the DA's office to look.
Shit, that's true
crooked.
too, man.
It's so huge. It was, so it wasn't about a personal thing. I didn't do nothing to them, but it was them looking out for themselves. They had to protect themselves, and I was the fucking. Is it called the patsy? Whatever.
You're the perfect fall guy for that.
Yeah, but now you're the fucking the Queen's Gambit, I guess we should say in chess, because you're the checkmate factor now.
There you go.
Basically,
right. Absolutely. So yeah, they had to run with it, man. They couldn't change the narrative. They spent all of this money saying that it was an extortion. Then you have Kevin Hart. You know,
the email not in discovery is the fucking kiss of death,
man, bro. And then
why would you delete an email if you really thought somebody was?
That's what my lawyer said. My lawyer said. So my lawyer tore their asses up, man. And that's what I'm talking about. Within less than 2 months, that's why they were like, oh shit, we need to fucking start adding on more charges because this shit's about to hit the fan. So yeah, my lawyer said, so you arrested my client without you know, without the actual
probable
email?
cause is what you need. Is you got probable cause is what it is.
Right. So they ended up, you know, violating my due process. Yeah. You understand? And for the entire year, I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't even been arrested because they never had the fucking original email. And to top it off, when they did ask a year later, this motherfucker submitted a fabricated evidence. You know what I mean? And here, I forgot to say, here's the bullshit. The bullshit that they did was they knew that fucking the DA knew that the motherfucking email was fucking fabricated to the point to where they immediately dropped that extortion charge and added the other charges, because if you drop the extortion charge, then we can't even talk about the email anymore. Yeah, just so you know, we couldn't even talk about the email anymore because it was connected to the extortion.
So wait, you got full amendment violations too. Now they violated due process. That's 5th and 14th Amendment.
Yep.
So you have full on now, besides 42 USC 1983. I think I screwed up when I said 18 USC 241, 242, because that's conspiracy. I thought the cops were inspiring, but it turns out it was.
Well, they were. Don't get. I
might have been. Okay,
you're right. But I couldn't. You know, you have to really have some real hard evidence.
Right.
Which it wasn't
conspiring. You already have deprivation of rights under the law, so you're fine. But. But now you got 5th and 14th Amendment though shit too. Like we're talking like
all of that's in there. All of that's in there. I mean, I sued them from where my phone.
I'm sure it is. I'm curious if I'm close.
Yeah. I had a fucking phone. What?
Oh, can you change your name on your screen to Frank Abagnale Jr.?
I can't. Or I'm gonna. Can you fit the word peak in there somewhere?
Because I'm only saying that because I already knew you were a doctor once in your life. Now I know you've been a lawyer once in your life.
I'm not a lawyer. I know the law.
Were you ever a pilot? Did you ever fly for Pan Am or anything along those
TWA.
lines?
TWA. That's why they're out of business.
I thought I had that. I wanted to show you. I wanted to just read that off. Maybe I got it right here.
No, I was ignorant to the Constitution
while
when I
JT's
learned
looking for something. The reason I keep making my screen black is my phone charger cord is not long enough to charge my phone. So I'm just going to let it charge for 5 minutes here and there. So I'm still here, just not visibly. So to all of our viewers and especially to JT, obviously.
Oh, yeah, it's all
Ocho
good,
or
brother.
Rad Rob.
Things on Johnny are too short, apparently. So they're not long enough, and he has to dip out and tag someone else in who's got something longer, and then we're back in.
By the way, I shot 813 last night.
Who did?
I know, dude. You're a bad motherfucker, man.
Shot 813.
Damn, dude, that's pretty good.
Carolier.
But it's soon no. It's
no more Carolier.
Majestic. Okay.
Wrong.
I shot a 65 with 2 opens in the 10th of the 3rd and 2nd game.
That's because you suck.
I do. I don't swallow. No, it was my first pocket 4-9. I've had a 4-9 before where I'm like, it's probably a 4-9 or a 4-pin. First pocket 4-9, and the other one I sucked.
So this is what I found.
Fucking A. Here we go.
I'm looking, but I'm going dark.
Okay.
Oh, we're backwards. Shit, we're backwards.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna read off.
Please,
you see, there's a lot. I got you. You see, there's a lot of shit on there, right?
Yeah,
These are the claims that I filed. All right. So this is against the DA's office, and I filed for malicious prosecution, evidence fabrication, judicial deception, unlawful arrest and detention, withholding evidence, invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress. That's what I filed for.
So there's Fourth Amendment in there too, because that's unlawful arrest.
Well, it all falls under that. It all falls under those claims.
When you the right to be secure in your person's papers, houses in effect. That's fucking, and that's brutal. Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Look, and hearing you talk about
I'm upset, but I'm fucking so glad that you're pushing through, because so many people don't, and so many people don't have the means to, and they cop a plea and their life is fucking ruined because they rode a bicycle without a fucking headlight.
This is my livelihood, brother. I
know, and you got a lot to fucking offer, man. Like they're holding you down.
Yeah, no, it wasn't gonna happen with me. I know they're like, fuck, we fuck with the wrong one. This is what they really thought. What they really thought was, listen, at around the time that I was arrested, business.
I mean, you might have been the low hanging fruit from the group, but right now you're the fucking dude.
Oh yeah, no, that table turning, brother. That table turning. But keep in mind that the DA's office ended up they ended up taking, like, they tried. So of course I owed some taxes. All right,
yeah,
I mean, like $100,000, some shit like that, whatever. You know what I mean? So they looked up my they had to make, they tried to make it a motive.
Find anything.
Motive. That was the motive.
Bill, they were going to be like, oh, look, this fucking idiot.
Yeah, he owed this, so this is probably why he extorted Kevin and some shit like that. Like, and it was
the $84 bill. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm like, really? I mean, I'm like, I can pay that. So this is what they thought. So they thought that I was struggling financially. You know what I mean? Around that time. And so
this is their case.
They took the dice and they rolled it, because they said, you know what, he's gonna have to get a public defender.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
who's on our side?
There you go. They call them the public pretenders. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
finally somebody fucking knows that term too. Yes.
Yeah, the public pretenders. Yeah, and so they were banking on that, thinking that I didn't have the funds to get a lawyer. You know what I mean? And so when they found out that I hired a lawyer, that's when shit got real shaky for them.
Oh,
they got
this thing now.
Yeah, they man, you should have saw their faces. They're like, he got a lawyer.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
I swear to God, this makes me so fucking ecstatic right now. Like I get it. I'm fucking fired up because I see it too often, and it doesn't affect me. It affects me fucking in my soul. I don't like anybody in this fucking wonderful country getting railroaded, because that's how it's set up, man.
I appreciate it, man. Like,
but you're the guy that's gonna fucking flip the script, man. That's what's fucking awesome.
Oh, I bet you're rock hard right now, aren't you?
Oh, this isn't about boners. This is about fucking.
He's in a boner. I love it. Yeah.
It's about knowing the fucking law and fucking beating them at their own fucking game, and that's what this motherfucker did. He beat them at their own fucking game. They thought they were gonna bring a defender, and he's gonna go, "Oh, you got 8 charges on you, man. I don't know how we're gonna do this." Ooh, fucking selling it like a fucking fake pro wrestler, dude.
Not happening, brother.
I don't know, buddy. Well, I'll tell you what, you're fired. I'm gonna get somebody who knows what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, but no, I went in there with a fucking lawyer.
And you probably knew your shit anyway, though, too. Like,
no, I didn't know anything. I had no clue.
So you learned it on the fly?
I learned all of this on the fly. You know what I mean? I'm the one who
Then you're a savant, because that's the hardest fucking thing to, dude.
Yeah.
That's using your instincts.
Like man, and it just made me open my eye. Like, dude, honestly, man, if you ever, not in a position like me, but in any position where you have to file anything or you get arrested for something like that.
You're at a loss. You don't know what the fuck.
You don't know how that shit's
going to turn out. You have to trust them.
There you go. One thing I do know is that these motherfuckers don't go by the law, bro. The law, they pick and choose.
Record every interaction. This is for everybody listening. Record every interaction with your government. It's legal under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, under freedom of the press, under fucking circuits. Fields versus the city of Philadelphia. Smith v. Cumming against fucking Glick v. Cumming.
Here we go.
Versus Driver. 4 days versus Seattle. You record your interaction with government employees, because they'll tell you something that is wrong, and it might fuck you, and you go, hey, look, this is what they told me, and now you're not fucked anymore. I promise you, people, it happens way too often, and people get fined and extorted because that's what they want. They want our fucking money. Go.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I just want to say, man, just don't, look, did I ever think anything like this would ever happen to me in my life? No.
Why would you?
Who would think? Right.
Right.
And how many people say that too? That's
a lot. Again, that's where I'm trying to go. My point is like, God forbid that it ever happens to anyone, but don't think it can't happen to you over some over some shit like that. Like just not saying be prepared for it to happen, but it can happen. You know what I mean?
Happen to anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, and when it happens, you just be like, man, what the how did I end up here? And
what did I even do? I did nothing
there you go.
wrong.
And sometimes
that's got to be the most frustrating fucking thing, buddy.
Oh man, I was hot. Yeah, sometimes it's just out of your control. You
guilty by association.
There you go.
That's so fucked up, man. I'm telling you, that's why I get so fired up, man, because it ain't right, and it's got to change. And hey, maybe it starts here. You do the bowling movie, you got the fucking civil rights shit. Let's start flipping the script.
You can make a movie off your life, off this whole shit, dude. Seriously, like,
I'm
not want to do his own documentary. You should do.
Oh yeah, no, it's that's in the process, and that's one of the things why my lawyers, the production company that wants to do it. They were like, yeah, something like, talk about it, but don't give too much, because we want to talk about it in depth in the documentary. So,
well, I mean, everything you're talking about tonight is public knowledge. So
no, absolutely, everything is definitely public. Yeah, it's definitely public knowledge. But outside of that, we are doing a documentary.
Personal opinion, just I'm asking you just. Straight
straight up 5.
Straight up 5.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody gave Kevin bad advice?
Oh my God, 1,000,000,000%. He's surrounded by fucking people that are yes men.
Yeah.
And they're gonna tell him what he wants to hear. And unfortunately, I feel they're gonna set him up to crash and burn because he's going to listen to he's listening to the wrong people. I mean, look at the fabricated email.
If he don't learn from this, then he ain't going to learn.
Because in a way, I feel bad for him too, because I'm sure at the end of the day, you two were boys.
Yeah.
He's got to feel a little bit guilty in the back of his mind.
I know he's feeling that. Yeah, he's definitely feeling
guilty. So real quick, did somebody?
I'm not painting him as a victim. I'm just saying, like,
no, I know that. No, I
know what I mean. Like,
real quick, do you think somebody said, "Hey, here's an idea. In order to get the whole evidentiary thing against him, should we create an email? Like, did that come out of somewhere? Did you I'm stuck on that, dude.
Yeah, so
I can't imagine he thought of that himself.
No, I would tell you straight up, I don't really believe he thought about that himself, but he was definitely. But
he'd have been like, "Oh, that's a fucking great idea."
Yeah, he was complicit. But so this is what these Hollywood people do when they're in trouble. The first thing they do is hire a crisis management team.
Right.
Okay. And when they hire these teams, they are fucking smart. They know how to. I mean, I don't know if you remember Kevin Hart's car crash.
Yeah.
You remember he had the car crash, and all of a sudden you didn't hear about it anymore. Right. It just went away. Those are crisis management teams.
Tom Cruise jumped on a chair with Oprah, and that's wiped off the internet. So that's got
well, it's just not that. What I'm saying is this: that if something is going to completely destroy actors,
they have a way of getting rid of it quick.
They're going to have exactly. They're going
this
to
mob style, dude. This is like literally fucking mafia.
It really
style.
is. It's definitely mob style, and what they do is they're going to have to come up with something to dilute this part. They want people, he cheated on his wife, on his pregnant wife. No, Kevin, this is bad. This is bad, Kevin. You know what? We need to create something to calm this part down and get people to looking over here. And that
Louis C.K. didn't do, I guess, either.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Yeah, no, right. So I'm just saying, like, that's so I don't want people to think that, like, because most people that aren't in, like yourselves, you're not in the world that I'm in the Hollywood world.
And he's taking more advice from them too now. It's I don't want to say yes, man.
Bad
but they're
advice.
telling him, hey, here's what you have to do to combat this.
Yeah.
And like he said,
right. Bad advice.
He had to be shitting his pants when the whole scandal came out. You know what I mean?
Oh no, you can count on it. He was fucking definitely shitting his pants. So when you have these Hollywood these people that are on a level of people like Kevin and all that, Like Mean Boy said, gaslighting, things like that. And what's up, Vic? How you doing, Victor? And who else?
Yeah, but you can buy
And
new
Alex.
pants.
Hey, Alex.
You got 50 mil in the bank. You can buy new pants when you're shitting in them. Is the fucking
Yeah,
problem?
50
I'm like,
million
look,
dollar
I get
pants.
some new corduroys tomorrow. I'm fine.
Right. Yeah, he definitely has it. But what I'm trying to say is, if you hear someone, like for example me, because most people be like, there's no way that JT didn't do anything. You know what I mean? That's how people look at it.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what fucking Hollywood does. Like if they want to protect their $1 billion baby,
it's the fake news thing again, almost, right?
They're going to protect that motherfucker. You understand? And if they're going to throw you under the bus, or whoever they're going to throw under the bus, they're going to make sure that they muddy any waters where it will make people say to themselves, man, I believe
question it.
I believe JT, but man, I just don't think that. Why would the police come to his house? Why would this? Man, these motherfuckers are bought. They buy these people, man. You understand? And there's that's why I come back to say that you can't put faith into these labels, into paramedics, into fucking lawyers, doctors, police, DA's office, because you when you hear those labels, you're like, they're not lying. They always tell the fucking truth. No, they don't. You know,
like
what I mean?
the FBI and the DOJ.
FBI or the DOJ. Well,
the World Health Organization hasn't even fucking told the truth for the last 5 years.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. FBI on your ass, you did something. I'm sorry.
But and even still, it's shit. There was a
I'm not
place
saying
in Houston that did it, but anyways,
if they, by the time they on your ass, they was on your ass for 3 years or more.
Well, that's
you
true
know what I mean?
too. You didn't just blip up on the radar.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden,
absolutely.
hey, let's take a
Right. And that's another thing. People thought FBI was in this case. FBI was never fucking part of this case. No fucking FBI would even touch this case because it was never a fucking crime committed. It was not a crime.
That's the most reassuring thing, man, that there wasn't a crime committed.
And that's the reason why they couldn't get judges to sign off on this shit, because there was no fucking evidence.
There you fucking go.
You know what? They'll still find a judge. That's what. Well, actually, that's true. That's what I was saying before. Like, they could find a judge to sign a search warrant for if you said, like, I
for
saw
a screenshot though, Ocho.
What's that?
For a screenshot, which is
They could, dude,
which is all they had.
They have stamps. They're not even fucking signed. They're stamps.
Yeah, they have stamp signatures.
They can get a search warrant, and in a half hour, they could say, hey, I just saw this guy do something. They have informants that lie purposely. Look at fucking the Tuttles in Houston. I'm sorry, and they got smoked because they freaking did nothing wrong, and they were innocent people.
Yeah, and most of these police officers and DAs, they go to the same judge. They know that judge.
Yeah, of course. They're on the same team.
Yeah, there you go. And the judge trusts their word. You know what I mean? But in this particular case, the fucking the warrants were forged. Okay?
This is so beautiful, man. This is so fucking beautiful.
And it's no irrefutable. Like, look, this is what I tell people. You ain't got to take my motherfucking word. You know what I mean? But you're going to believe the science.
The documents are out there, man.
Yeah, you're going to believe that motherfucking science because and that's what I'm telling. I'm not telling y'all, but I'm telling like, hey, listen, don't believe nothing I said, but do me a favor, look at the evidence and look at the forensics evidence because they have no stake in it. They're just doing their job. You know what I mean?
Numbers and data don't lie.
There you fucking go. Don't take my word, but take this. You're going to believe the science. You know what I mean? And something that Kevin has yet to refute.
Go
ahead.
I do have a question though, because regarding the interview that you gave about the whole story.
Yeah,
you went through like a 6-month process with Kevin's lawyers to get him to try to clear your name, and you specifically agreed on the verbiage that he was going to say.
There you go. Yeah,
and the pussy made a fucking selfie video driving his car.
Fucking like, I was no.
And wouldn't even say what he was supposed to say.
No, bro, dude, that shit pissed me.
Which is
fuck
double
off,
dumb because you had a signed agreement, correct?
Man, it was a material breach. It was a California law, contract law. They do not fuck around when it comes to that. Okay,
especially in California because that's where all this shit takes place normally.
There you go. So what happened was they contacted my lawyers during the criminal case phase. I was still going through the criminal case phase. I think it was around April 21st, something like that. April 21st, 2021. They contacted my lawyer, my criminal lawyer, and they were asking because they must have got word that the remaining bullshit charges were going to get dropped anyway.
Right.
So what happened was they asked if I was willing to join. They said, well, listen, Kevin doesn't want this to go on anymore, and we want to help JT out. Really, motherfucker? Damn near 3 years. 3 years later, you want to help me out? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A while ago,
yeah. Right. So my lawyer's listening, and my lawyer said, so what are you proposing? And he said, well, listen, we're going to advocate to the DA's office to drop the remaining charges, and
like they're doing you a favor. Like they're doing you a solid,
motherfucking favor. Like, oh my God. Like
the charges that never happened.
There you go. Right. Yo, dude. Oh my God. Yeah. So, right. So my lawyer.
How noble of them to do that.
Yeah. How noble. Right. So like I was saying in the interview, what happened was that when they said that they were going to drop the charges, I said, fuck you. I told my lawyer, fuck you. I'm not that's not, I would be doing them a motherfucking favor. You know what I mean? If I do that, I said, no.
Out of trouble is what you're doing.
Yeah. I said, no, I need my name cleared on the same level and with the same intensity that they tore me down. I said, and the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is at trial, because the cameras are going to be there, and so, and Kevin was going to be exposed,
That's beautiful verbiage too. On the same level that they tore me down. I want to. That's fucking beautiful fucking verbiage. It's
exactly.
Poetry and it's fucking facts, man.
Man. Right. And I was fucking dead. It wasn't even about the fucking charges. I knew the charges were going to get dropped.
They're bogus. They're done. They're
fucking. I knew it. Yeah, and I said, I don't.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes now.
Yeah, I said, I don't need y'all to do that. I told my lawyer to tell him I don't need that. I said my lawyer knew we didn't need it, but he had to bring the proposal to me because that's what lawyers have to do. So he said, I know we were gonna shut it down. He said, I just wanted to hear what they had to say, and so I'm asking you. So I'm just gonna call him back. I'm gonna tell him no. My client said, fuck you, pretty much. So anyway, so when my lawyer contacted them back and said my client passed, he passes on it. So what happens next is they said, well, what does he want? You know what I mean? Because we don't want him out there bad mouthing Kevin. I'm like, I
didn't do that anyway. You guys fucking did that to me.
I was like, my lawyer, I said, if me telling my truth is me bad mouthing Kevin, I'm
that's
like,
a fact, buddy.
Yeah, I'm like, I said, I don't know what to fucking tell him.
I mean, you gotta have some integrity. Like, obviously, say what you want about him.
Yeah,
it's such a fucking gag order, though. Like, that's horrible, man.
Yeah, that's no integrity whatsoever.
Yeah. It's all type of fucking, what is it called? Ethical violations or whatever the hell. It's just bad. And so they said, well, what does he want? And so they got me on the phone. Okay. They got me on the phone, and when we're all talking, okay, we're all, we're talking with the lawyers. Kevin, I think Kevin probably was on the phone, but he was quiet. You know what I mean? Sure. I don't know. But I was vocal as fuck, They said, well, what do you want? I said, what do you mean? What the fuck I want? I was talking to you. I was talking to him straight up, like.
Well, because now you're vindicated. You're literally one of the car seat now.
Because we knew what the verdict was going to be.
Yep.
I was going to be clear. I mean,
that's why this phone call was happening.
There you have it. You need it, and you motherfuckers need us. So they said, well, how much do you want? You know what I mean? And I said, fuck your money. I said, you don't have enough money to buy my fucking reputation. This is my exact word. You don't have enough fucking money.
Your years, your reputation, your fucking livelihood, man.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I told the motherfuckers. I said, if you want me to shut the fuck up, then Kevin's going to have to fucking clear my name loud.
Because everybody ran with that shit. It was Kevin Hart got extorted. Kevin Hart
got extorted, right.
Blah, blah, blah. Kevin's former friend, blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
They already made their own opinion. And again, in the court of public opinion, you were guilty.
And that holds water too, especially with, with somebody like that. And
with the whole Me Too movement.
And they fucking, no way, the poor guy.
Yeah. So we ended up, again, and I meant what I said. Like I said that Kevin has to clear my name loudly. You know what I mean? on my terms. You know what I mean? If he wants to fuck, if y'all want me to shut the fuck up, I said, this is my, I said, you motherfuckers fuck my life up. I said, so if I can't clear my name, then Kevin's going to have to do it on a scale just as big as the DA's office who tore me down. There's something, I said something along those lines.
Dude, you said it before and it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah. I said it again, and I was saying that, oh my God, I said that because I was hoping that Kevin told me to kiss his ass, that he wasn't going to do it. I just knew he wasn't going to do it because I wanted to clear my name. I want to do it because I can do it.
That puts the ball in your court again too,
Yeah,
right?
right?
Basically, you're like, well, look, if you ain't gonna, guess what?
Yeah, but when that motherfucker said that he's gonna do it, I was like, I said, but if I back out and say I don't want him to do it now, then it's gonna look like I'm,
right.
You know what I mean? So I was like,
yeah,
that's
the one time you almost lost your card again. You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, right.
You could spin some shit.
Right,
exactly. But then the motherfucker wouldn't even do what he was supposed to do.
Nah, that's
I'm talking it was between 4 to 6 months because it was
doubled
a dead
down
period.
and fucking was like,
And
yeah,
we negotiated. We said he gonna say this, he gonna say that. Oh, he can't say this, but he gonna say that. We like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? But there was a provision. There was a provision in the fucking contract that protects me, and which means that if Kevin doesn't perform the two provisions in it, which was they said they were going to drop the charge, they still were going to drop the charges, you know, which I didn't give a fuck about. So I said, all right, well, fuck it, y'all can keep that, whatever. They said they're going to drop the charges, but the main thing I cared about was my name being cleared live on his Instagram. That's all I cared about. So if those two preconditions were not met, then the contract was null and void.
Null and void.
It was that, right? So
but
those
think about that. Look at
right.
that. You still put them in a position of they could still win. I don't mean it like that. I mean like you're that noble of a guy that like just clear my name and let me move on.
I didn't even charge you. I didn't even ask for money. It was free.
That's what I'm saying. Like you did the bigger thing again, and they still couldn't fucking do it when they had the chance.
Motherfucker couldn't even get out his own way, bro. And I was just like, you know, and they offered me again. It was a lot of money, brother. It was like over $1 million. You know what I mean? And I didn't care about that because like I said, I'm talented to make my own money.
No,
so
I know.
You know,
I'm sure it would have helped, but like,
oh no, it would have helped, but it was
it's principle, man. Like it's fucking.
Well, yeah, right. It was just like, you know, look, man, like, look, just like
even when we agree to something, you're not doing it.
Right. I'm like, just to show you, this is not no money grab for me. This ain't nothing, man. Just clear my fucking name, bro. And you're gonna clear it with the verbiage that we agreed.
And especially you want to get as far away from even the word extortion. So
that's
even
right.
if you took a settlement,
that's right.
You don't want to have anything even to do with the word money at all.
There you go.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
And
that's fucking amazing.
And so, you know, and so when he agreed to that, I'm like, yes, man, I'm about to get back to work. I was really looking forward to this, man. And then again, October 27, 2021, this motherfucker jumps in a car and fucking just so nonchalant. And right. you heard it.
Yeah.
And I was
we just want this to end. We just want this to end. We need to move on. Blah 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 blah.
I was just devastated, man. I was just like, yo,
he still couldn't fucking do it.
He still could. I said, what was the point of us going through all of this negotiations and emails and all this shit for you to do that?
Is that just survival mode that he just can't get out of? You know what I mean? Like just self-absorbed.
I bet he had help in that because I don't know if he was.
Well, the problem is this, man. Like, look, he couldn't do it, you know. And the reason why he couldn't do it is because he led the world to believe that he was extorted. And not only
on Netflix,
and that's where I was going next. And then he went and did a Netflix thing that he
made money on that too.
And made money on that. So how would that have looked if he said that I had nothing to do and he accused me?
And by the way, thanks for all that money you guys gave me at Netflix, and thanks for all that.
Absolutely. So he could. So he pretty much set me up again,
right?
For the so I can get binded to arbitration. You know what I mean? To a contract, but the contract is void. That's what we're fighting now. But at the same time, he played me twice. So when I called him, cussed him out and all this other shit, he apologized, but of course you can't take his word.
Of course, yeah.
So,
he's
but
sorry right now because that's about it.
Because he got caught.
I had to believe that he was going to fix. I had to. I'm like, okay, dude, you got to fix this, man. He was like, all right, man, my bad. Cause I was like, listen, I'm gonna have to sue you, brother. I'm gonna sue your motherfucking ass. Is what I said. I'm gonna sue your motherfucking ass. He didn't like that, And so he's like, no, we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. Listen, I'll clear your name. He said, we'll figure something out. You know what I mean? Let's link up this week or that week, whatever. And we linked up a lot of times. But he kept giving me promises. Promise me this, promise me that. And it was just to the point where I'm like, I want to believe this guy, And we got 15 years in at this point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that was a part of me that knows that he still had good in him.
I think he was trying to get it to where it was far enough away where it wouldn't have tarnished him, maybe, and then be like, "Oh, by the way, he's still my guy." Nothing happened.
Yeah, did he still want to be boys with you or what?
Well, what he literally said was, he said, "Hey man," he was like, "JT, I know you ain't do nothing, man." This is what he said. "I know you didn't do anything." He said, but it's been so much time that we haven't been around each other. It put a fork in the road. You heard what he said, and there's a lot of things that have been said. He said, "Let me clear some things up." He was like, "Let me clear some things up." He said, "I got these investments going on, and I can't have anything I was like, "I don't give a fuck about your investments."
That's it. I feel bad for you, buddy. I feel bad for you and your investments right now, and you're the fucking asshole.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Yeah,
trying to, you're taking food off my table because of this fucking shit.
There you fucking go. Like, homie, I was booking fucking 8 jobs per year, man. It doesn't happen out here like that in Hollywood. You don't do that. Nobody does that.
I'm gonna tell you this on the real. Your timing is fucking perfect. Like in all your projects, I'm telling you, you are a natural talent, and not everybody has that kind of comedic timing, and you got it for sure.
I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. And that was my livelihood, dude. You know what I mean? And for it to be yanked away from me like that.
You were robbed of it. Literally fucking robbed of it. Fucking dude, this makes me fucking sick. I hate that I get this pissed off, but like
I appreciate it, man.
And I know to a man,
wrong is fucking wrong, and that's what the fucking we're missing in this fucking world right now, dude. Because they're on the same team, because they can fucking fabricate, because the money goes to money. That's fucking why.
Right.
To a man, I know you can handle all this, but what it did to your wife, there ain't no money that can take that away.
That's right. She's but man, my wife literally has fucking PTSD. Like literally.
There's nothing they can do to ever make that up.
Of course she would.
Yeah, like she's constantly like, we got alarms in this house. I mean, I think she knows. I think she may be the alarm. She knows when the alarm goes off before it goes off. She's like, "Who's that?" And I'll just be like, "It's nobody, my love." You know what I mean? It's just the dog over here barking, And
that's the saddest part, dude.
Yeah, man. You
can't ever fix that, dude.
No, brother. Let me tell you something. It's over. It's over. Yeah. It's no fixing where she's at right now. You know what I mean? And I don't like that shit. You know what I mean? And so we gotta fix that. And because she's such a sweet, me, I was in the military, so don't get me wrong, when they busted in my home and raided my home, I had to be calm.
You still stayed at 72 beats a minute there, like, all right, I know, I'm sure there's some dumb shit.
Exactly.
You de-escalated them, basically.
She's a private citizen. She don't know any about all that, what I mean?
And she ain't into guns and all that shit, man. She just she didn't even want me to have them, but I gotta have them. I mean, I love them. I love going. I'm hey, brother.
You know how to use them?
Yeah. I know. I
got my own right here.
Yeah. I know how to use them.
We're all Second Amendment violence.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having them. As long as you're not out there
totally agree.
People up. Yeah,
totally agree.
But I'm one of the ones, and as well as you, like you can feel safe with me. With all these guns.
Yep, 100%.
I'm never gonna I will use my fist before I even fucking pull out a gun. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how it's supposed to go. It's the force that's coming at you. You equal that force. Exactly.
Absolutely. I'm not the guy that wants to take anyone's life, because I just love guns. You know what I mean? But at the same time, my wife is
those are the important things, and you do what you can for them. Absolutely. And that's what this country was founded on. That's why this fucking wonderful constitution was instituted. And it doesn't grant us the rights. It just says that we were already given these rights. Sorry, I'm going again.
No, man. Hey, brother.
Everybody read the fucking constitution.
I love the passion. I love the passion. You know what I mean? Because some people may not.
And
be
you took an
educated
oath,
on it.
man. That's why I'm a coward. I didn't do it. You did. You're a fucking man.
Nah, man. Trust me, brother. You'll do the right thing if
When
duty
we
calls,
need
you
to
do the
be
right thing.
for sure.
He's like, I don't know, JT. Like,
you know how many times I've almost been arrested just for filming a traffic stop just because I see
for
like
real.
a minority like getting fucking like they're violating their civil rights, and I'm like, you don't have to give me your ID. You're a passenger, and they're like, oh, you're interfering.
You're interfering.
My bad, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have any fucking blemishes on my record. I'm fucking 30 feet
No
away.
bullshit, dude. He put this up on YouTube. He had a whole channel about all this shit, like going to the police station and getting fucked around.
They didn't like the mask, apparently. I don't know. They got this is pre-COVID too.
He said they didn't like the mask, apparently. I love it, man.
No, listen, when the government is pointing the camera at us for the last 20 years, it's about time it's our civic duty to find out what's going on with them. That's all. And it's public property, and you're allowed a circuit case. There's court cases in every circuit, and you're allowed to under the First Amendment. By the way, anyway, let's get back to this fucking man, this fucking hero right here, doing it the right way and not fucking bowing down to
you are a hero for the little guy, bro. Because I mean, it doesn't matter what position you're in. You're getting fucked by the government. You're getting fucked by the government.
Right now, man.
I mean, hey, brother. I mean, the people, the government. I served our country. I'll do it again if I had to. I just love the military. I love the time that I spent in there, man. I met some really good people, and you know, I'll do it again, man. You know what I mean? But I just hated the way I was treated, brother. You know, like
you loved your country so much that you served it, and it fucking shit on you when it came time to fucking protect you. I don't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry, folks, but it's what happened to them, and that's what happens to a lot of people who have to face the system. That's all it is. Especially when he's fucking innocent. Oh,
man. It was just, man, bro. The roller coaster, man. But you know, like I said, it's like it's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. It's going, you know, I'm in a way better position than I was in, you know, 4 or 5 years ago. I mean,
shit, yeah.
The whole world,
now he's holding serve.
Whole world
He's
hated me
right now.
You know,
And you're still young, dude. I mean, you can say 47 all you want, but I mean,
I appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, I like that. I just hope that Kevin, you know, comes around, does the right thing. The DA comes around, does the right thing. You know, look, I'm not going to be a hard ass in regards to like, fuck you. I want you're going to do this. Like, listen, I'm an easy guy. All right. Admit that you're wrong. You know what I mean? And if we can all work together so that you all can clear my fucking name. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put somebody on the fucking spot, although they deserve it. You know what I mean? But
that's the thing. You're still being the bigger person, man.
No, he is, because he has integrity, bro.
I know, and that's such a. I don't want to say it's a lost art, but it's like I almost.
No, it is in this day and age. It takes a lot to have integrity.
I don't know if it. I think it's the people that have lived a certain way can still bring it about themselves, because again, how wrong he was done, and the crowd he could, and you know, people are going, he's looking for a payday. That's literally the last thing he's looking for. When he said, just clear me out and I'll do the rest on my own. That's got the talent to do it.
Is it fair to say that you are an anomaly when it comes to that world?
Where, what you mean, like as far as the
prototypical Hollywood actor? You are the anomaly, because I'm not gonna say not everybody has integrity. I'm not gonna label everybody in Hollywood, but you
didn't get caught up in it. I guess maybe that's the thing, right, Rob?
You didn't let Hollywood change you. You still stayed you, and a lot of people have fallen by the wayside and letting that shit get into their soul, like Kevin. And others, but you never let that happen to you. To me, that's an anomaly. You were the flip in the system. They expected you to fucking roll over and just take it.
Yeah, nah, man.
They didn't expect you to fight back.
Nah, they didn't. That was not part of the plan. That was not part of the plan. I know they looking like, yo, we fucking picked the wrong motherfucker.
They thought they had a slam dunk. This dude's just, nobody fucking knows this guy. He's Kevin's boy. He's one of his fucking lackeys, or he's one of his hanger-ons or whatever.
There it is. And
we ain't gonna have no problem with this guy. But they didn't fucking know JT Action Jackson, motherfucker.
They didn't know who boy, did they fuck up. Boy,
this guy used to have to bowl to eat. There's no fucking way he's gonna lay down for this fucking shit.
No, man, I put too much work into my field, man. You know what I mean? And this is where I belong. I belong in the entertainment in the entertainment world because I can eat off of that.
And that's the thing. They're trying to rob you of that too. Like
man.
It's not your self-satisfaction. It's like the shit you could give to so many fucking millions of other people that they're also robbing that shit of.
Yeah.
They're robbing everybody is seeing you out there fucking doing your thing, man.
Yeah, man. And you know, like I had a really good career out here, bro. You know, and it was just rising. You know what I mean? I was getting better, but I mean, I was doing movies with Marlon Wayans, and then that was going to turn into something else. And I had a lot of shit that was about to happen.
You were going to get your break.
I was about to get my break. And look, and the thing is, look how fast Kevin made it. I mean, what 7 to 8 years from 2004 when I met him.
He was in 40-Year-Old Virgin, right? He was like on a little small part with.
Yep.
I remember that, and that's the first time I saw him.
Yeah, he's like small.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, it took him probably 7, 8 years. Of course, he put in the work. I'm not going to take any of his work ethic away. But the point I'm trying to make is that he was.
Now you're starting from scratch again. Don't take that away, and let's have to start from scratch again.
Well, if everything works out, then what's going to happen is people are going to be like, you know what, let's get this man back out there.
That's true.
You know
what
I mean?
True.
And so whatever I was making it before, I think I'm gonna make a hell of a lot more now.
Yeah, you're not going lateral right now. You're going. That's
yeah. So hopefully people definitely look at it.
Man, the story. It's the fucking story. It's the noble character. It's
literally wrote itself. Like
yeah. Hey man,
the level of dumb fuckery that has gone on during this whole time is astounding to me.
Yeah, man.
It boggles my brain that this could literally happen to anybody. Like it's just,
and
he's gonna be on the PBA 50 tour soon too, man. Fuck.
I'm gonna get you. You can count on me being out on a couple of them stops. Yeah, I got to do it. You know what I mean? I just can't stop. I got to do it. You know what I mean? But
JT, I appreciate your time. I know Johnny has probably got a stupid fucking bowling question to ask right now, but I mean, it's just.
Nope.
I'm just fucking with you, Johnny. Nope. Johnny, you can tell Johnny is a fly in the wall. When he's quiet, he's into this shit because Johnny doesn't stay quiet. I'm just.
Oh, really? I love the beautiful dog too, man.
I'm usually the quiet guy.
This is Evelyn.
You don't even believe me. Fuck, man.
He said I'm usually the quiet guy. Oh man.
Hey, I appreciate the time, JT. We got to have you on again because there's other shit that I would love to just pick your brain about and just talk about your life other than this stupid shit. I appreciate you explaining all this in detail, which you didn't have to.
No, but it's all good. But I need it. I'm glad like I said, I'm grateful that that Chuck asked me to be part of the show, and I'm glad that you all accepted me. I really appreciate that. I mean, I definitely don't take anything for granted. And if you're giving me a platform to tell my side, and I really appreciate that because
it needs to be told, man.
I don't have that platform sometimes to do that because I'm dealing with some big people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And to keep it suppressed as much as possible, they're going to do that. But at the same time, I have to do my due diligence to clear my fucking name. And I'm not stopping. And
can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, can't stop, won't stop. Yep. And I appreciate you all bringing me on the show. And you can bring me back anytime. And if I have any, I got your information. I'll if there's any updates, hopefully there's a really good update soon, and I'll let you know. And JT is logistics, Alex. Yeah, hilarious.
I'd say I'll apologize for getting all fired up, but I can't apologize for
that. Oh no, man! Hey, brother, that's that. I need about give me 70 more million people like you. You know what I mean?
I'm in. We'll be back, and my sperm is good, buddy. Don't worry, we'll get it. Have some time. No, seriously, no. Because I know this shit. I know the system, and honestly, you don't need questions from me. You know what you're doing, so that's the fucking beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, man.
Everybody else out there, follow this man's path. You have to prepare yourself. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
it's beautiful that you're doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Chuck, because Chuck was the one that promoted the YouTube channel that you're on when you told your story, and that's where I saw. I knew kind of in the background what was going on, but I didn't pay too much attention to it. I got my own life and family and shit. You know what I mean? Like I try to keep Hollywood shit.
Of course, no, absolutely, man. It's because
I don't give a fuck. Usually when anybody does that.
I get it.
He's asleep by 7 in the Central Time, so that's the other thing.
Hey, I'm starting. I'm finding myself falling asleep a lot earlier.
I caught my second wind only because I was falling asleep before the show started. So now I'm good.
Oh yeah. I get that.
Chuck mentioned it, and then Belmo talked about it. And when Belmo says something as a bowling fan, you listen.
Shout out to fucking my guy Jason Belmonte as well, man. He didn't even have to fucking post that. I was shocked, but at the same time, I shouldn't be shocked because me and Belmo are really, really cool. I talked to him actually. You know what I mean? On the phone, we talk. You know, we got some business things going on. And for him to post that, man, was huge. You know,
and he's phenomenal. We've had him on the show. Like he didn't have to do our show either, and he did, and he was gracious. I mean,
that's beautiful, man.
Dude, he's the GOAT. He's
definitely the GOAT, man.
You know what I mean?
I want to thank him, and I want to thank everybody who has my back and just showing me love and support. Thank you all, because I don't want people to think that I'm taking them for granted. I want you to know that I see you. I see all of your comments. I love you guys, man, because I need that support.
Well, people love the truth, and that's what it is, and that's why you're gonna fucking gain more. That's why it's way more important than money. Like you said, the truth is literally gonna set you free. It's not a fucking joke.
Yeah,
it's literally what's gonna do.
Yeah, like I said, I'm providing receipts. I'm showing all the it ain't no he say she say bullshit with me. Here's the fucking forensics evidence. Here's this. Take it and believe what you want to believe.
Do your thing, man. Here you go.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, because I know where I know I'm innocent, and I know where the case is going to go. You know, so like I said, thank you guys for looking out for me, man, and bringing me on the show.
Yeah. And I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your humbleness, because you are. You don't have to be there. I mean, plenty of stars. I don't care how big or small you are. You can have you can have an ego, you can have an attitude. You've been humble the entire time.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, other than this, I did the research. No one's ever had a bad thing to say about you.
Oh my, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, man. I just ain't got the energy to do the bad shit. I just ain't got it, brother. You know what I mean?
It takes its toll on you, man.
Life
But
is
you know
short.
now. It takes its toll on you. Fucking A, man. You're right.
Man. Life is too short for that shit.
We're proud of you for sticking up for yourself.
Thank you.
And we're proud of you
That
for
fucking ass.
My bad, man.
Yeah, don't back down.
Hilarious.
I get fired up, man. I'm sorry.
Don't ever apologize.
No,
man.
this is the real fucking fight. This is the real fight, and it's fucking wrong. And he's gonna win, and that's the fucking beauty of it. And that makes, dude, I get so fucking jacked over that. It's gonna be so amazing. I'll be flexing for fucking years after that shit. Without working out.
He got me over here snorting, bro. This boy.
We need Team JT shirts. We need.
Oh my god!
Get to the art department. Somebody call the art department on the fucking phone. Get him out here.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, we can make him
silhouette of JT after he's throwing a fucking shot, right?
And look,
yeah. The pose,
Just to be real too, like, you don't know me from Adam. Obviously, Chuck vouched for me, and Johnny would have too. But I mean, you gave me your phone number, which you didn't even have to do. Like, that just shows you don't have the fucking ego, man. Like, you're just.
Yeah, man.
You should block him after tonight, though. By the way,
shut the fuck up.
You say you should block him.
Yeah, just tonight, and then we'll get in touch with you over the messenger.
Oh,
but as another human being, I apprate that. Like, you trusted me enough to. I'm not going to give your shit out to anybody. Like, I don't.
Dude, look. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all on the same. I feel like we're all on the same level, and
I wish.
And I get it, but that's how I view people, man. Like, I will never ever be that guy to think that I'm better than anyone. That's just not in my nature. Like,
that's why you're winning, dude. That's why you're gonna.
I can't even,
buddy.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best story of redemption.
Yeah.
No failure, because it wasn't your fault. You didn't do shit wrong. The redemption and then the fucking skyrocket, man.
Wait. And if Netflix picks this shit up as a series, there you go, bro. There's your.
Well, unfortunately, Netflix won't pick it up because they're in business. they're in business with Kevin. Now, I would have
a thing with Kevon right now.
Yeah, I would have to go to Amazon or something.
Let's call Hulu for a fucking thing right now.
Or Hulu. Yeah. Oh, I think that. Yeah, I don't know if Netflix owns.
Hey man, Peacock's probably looking for shit too. There's a bunch of shit out there.
He got it. He has something going on with Peacock too.
Jesus!
Kevin is in everything. His hands are in everything. Yeah.
National Geographic or some shit.
National Geographic.
Yeah, we'll get some fucking Aborigine
not a
boobs
racist
and
joke,
then
by the
him on
way.
there.
I
That'd
just
be
because
great.
of black.
He said not a racist joke, by the way. No, he said natural.
People take this shit the wrong way. I don't want to get
Oh my
fucking
God,
canceled
boy.
for saying that shit.
People need to need to lighten up, man. Jesus. If
I'm
they-
old. I don't give a fuck. I
Not
say
you,
whatever I
yeah.
want.
I'm just talking about
Right.
like people
Right.
that are sensitive in that way. Yeah. So, but no, man, I love the jokes, man. You all, I'm glad, man, that I was able to stay on this long and you all really are entertaining and I had a great time. I would love to come back.
Thank you, man. No, fucking
We'd
thank
love
you.
to
Fuck
have
you.
you
You
back.
can't come back. No, that one. You're one.
Yeah. So
If they knew if I was this excited for bowlers, they'd probably be like, "Oh, be on the show more." But they probably don't want me.
This is
But
the
now
most
I
Ocho
see
has ever
fucking
talked
civil
on
rights
any
shit.
show.
I see fucking
Oh, really?
137 episodes in, that motherfucker is quiet as a church mouse.
Oh, that is so funny, man. I just love the mask thing, dude. That shit's fucking hysterical.
What
bro.
mask? I don't even know what you're talking
You know what,
about.
man? Like the whole time he was committed to it. Like
Commit to the bit, bro. Commit to
yeah,
the bit.
man, I love it, dude. The commitment, like, dude, that's so
I started it before COVID. That's when it was cool.
Yeah, dude, I love it, man. I think that's fucking awesome, bro.
It's hard to bowl though, but hey, that's why I gotta.
He's also on 30 different watch lists from around the world, so he's got to hide his
He
identity.
said 30 different watch lists. Hey, man, stay hidden,
I
brother.
can still fly.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but that's funny. But I love your intros. I love the show, man.
You got it, bro.
Let me know again if you all want an update. I'll give you an update. But I have
Thank
your
you,
number.
buddy.
I can
Thank
text
you, man. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my
Appreciate
man
it.
Johnny, man, you just chilling. I just like how you just over there just chilling, brother.
Johnny,
I
final word
am.
for your boy.
It's been an absolute honor having you on. It's an absolute pleasure seeing you.
Yeah,
And
appreciate it.
wish you absolutely nothing but the best moving forward. And thank you for being so transparent.
Oh,
Thank you for
absolutely.
being the exact same person that I met 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Absolutely,
It's
man.
truly an honor, brother.
I appreciate you, Jay.
He will
Appreciate
get
all
the
you.
best. The cards are in there. He's gonna get the best that he deserves.
Oh yeah, we gonna have
you are.
I'll make sure that we.
I don't know.
When
I
it
don't like to
happens,
predict, but this is
I'm
one
gonna
of
come
those
back on
times
here.
where
When it
And
happens,
when you
I'll come
make
back
it
on here.
bigger than you already are, and you need some upper shelf, you come
Upper. I need some upper shelf, brother. This shit. I
You
mean,
come.
my God, I need to work
I'll
out,
beat
brother.
the shit
You
out of
actually-
anybody that fucks with you.
Hey, brother. Hey,
go.
I'm gonna keep you. I'm gonna keep you around, man. I'm gonna keep your number around for security. You know what I
Good
mean?
shit. Perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna need it probably. Who knows?
damn right. That's fuck.
Yeah.
See, this guy.
Yeah.
That's the top, he's got it. He's got it. He's going
Yeah.
forward. He's going up.
Yeah.
fucking
We're
love
we're
this
pulling for you, brother. We are, in all seriousness, this is gonna be fun to watch for real.
Yeah.
The next year or two, however long it takes, this shit's gonna be fun.
I can't
Fun
wait.
to watch.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
can't wait till I become huge and I'm gonna come back on the show and we.
Man, I was on with those dipshits. Fuck that, man.
Yeah, no. They
I
can't-
know.
they-
I'm kidding. I know.
Nobody will be able to sway me. I don't give a fuck. I would not be talked out of it.
Remember the little people. Remember the little people.
Oh,
The
yeah.
publicist is gonna go. The guy still wears a mask.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm like, you mind your business. You be quiet. I'm doing the fucking show. All right. Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah. No
Thanks,
problem.
JT, man.
All right, guys. So listen, now to get out of here, do I just
I
hit
can
leave?
pick
Oh,
you
oh,
up.
it says,
I'm
it
good
says
to
letter,
have
it
that.
says leave. Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
see.
yeah, get the fuck out.
He said, Hey,
Make like a tree and
Get out of
Oh,
here.
yeah, get the fuck out. All right. Hey man, I love you guys, man. I love
Take
I
care,
love
buddy.
I love your fucking energy, man. Bring me back. So you all
You're
take
in.
care.
All right, JT.
Thanks, bro.
All right, guys.
See you, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, I booed his ass just because I could. Wow. Almost 3 hours. That's
Yeah, we're not doing an imbecile of the week. I get the fuck out of here.
no
Hurry up.
fucking.
Finish
Yeah,
up.
no, I'm tired. Johnny's hungry. I know he's fucking hungry.
He's going to the gym for the 15th time today.
He's not even
No,
gonna say
I
goodbye.
just
He
have to.
he's
You
just
know,
gonna leave.
it's. No, I kind of had to clean up a couple piles of shit, so I think I'm gonna take her out to piss now.
Oh, Martha had to poop.
Oh,
I
Martha.
didn't know that.
Poor Martha. Thoughts and
You
prayers
guys
up to
know me
Martha.
all
Well,
too
I hope
well.
give her some Imodium and she'll be okay.
Yeah, it should be
You
okay.
guys know me all too well.
Love you, Johnny.
Later.
See you, buddy.
Yeah. So,
All right,
Ocho.
we're into the show like this. That's it.
Well, it's your show. You took over the goddamn
Not
show.
me.
I mean,
I got, dude. You know me. You know I fucking do this.
you even
shit.
notice I
get
changed your
this
name, by the
fucking-
way?
It's
At
this.
the- at
I
the
don't
request?
like when people's fucking rights are violated. I don't
No, I
like
know.
when it's unjustly
I know.
done. I don't like.
I'm not going to give out your true identity, although
No, that's. But I don't even do that. I can't. I got too bad of a temper. as you can
I
see.
saw your YouTube channel when I first was doing my research.
And I still got,
I
went in there and they
document
said, no, we don't do these forms. There's no form here. And I said, well, apparently the attorney general says you do. And then they come out, oh, you're right.
It was
a form.
It was brilliant to record the whole thing. It really,
You have to, though.
was
That's
so
the
good.
point. You have to because because we go there and we think they know. We don't think, like, they're supposed to know what they're doing, but they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Like I do in my office. I'd be like, oh, yeah, this is connected to here. And I just fucking put big words. And I'm like, hey, you're not going to fact check me, right? And they're like, no. And I'm like, cool, I'm good. You're not going to know I was talking about your calf muscle as opposed to your brain. Like, you don't fucking know that. So
it's look.
But when you do fact check them and they go, oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. They taught me how to shoot people and beat the shit out of people. My bad. I should learn what the rights are. Anyways,
the thoughts and opinions expressed by Dr. Ocho are not necessarily the thoughts and views.
They're just actually factual evidence from what the Constitution of the United States tests, and that they take an oath for. And the government is the most chronic violator of the Constitution, which they take an oath for. The fact that they want to see your ID at every check and turn, that's fucking Nazi Germany.
Except when you want to vote in like California or New Mexico or anywhere else.
Adam Kokesh for president.
It's that ship's kind of
again. Yeah, I know. He didn't even run this year, and I still wrote him in. I had to write him in.
That is your individual right as a
That's
U.S.
right.
citizen.
He said he's going to abolish the Federal Reserve on his first day of office, and I said that's my guy. So everybody look up Adam Kokesh.
Well, I am looking forward to see what Vivek and Elon Musk do with Doge.
It's almost like a story again.
It really is. Like they're going to literally clean house, which you're going to be happy to see that. They're going to deregulate shit and cut the red tape.
Well,
and
let's see what happens here.
I mean, just for pure shits and giggles, I'm looking forward to see what they actually get done.
It's going to be a ratings bonanza.
IRS, gone. Fuck you. We don't need you guys.
I'm cool with that too. Cool with that. They're criminals. They're fucking 90% of them are criminals. But anyways.
Where can we find you on social media, Och?
I don't know.
Follow Ocho on at the DR.
We still do this? Oh, you have an outro. I thought, like, what happened? Go ahead.
I mean, I do. I'm just
do it again.
I'm just living off the high of tonight's show. Because it was,
I turned to I know. They don't know that I know civil rights and the fucking law and shit like that. So I guess I did.
No, they just think you're some schmuck in the mask, talking about.
I am.
You're a house hack. You don't.
I am, but obviously anyone can fact check me. And then when he was like, "Holy shit, this fucking dude!" Like he's like, he's like, they're right on my fucking court documents.
The funniest part is you've been on a bowling show for the better part of 3 years, and you know more about the law than you have about bowling. The whole last fucking 100.
Yeah, I don't know shit about episodes. There's fucking Johnny's like, I've known this guy for 20 years, and I had no idea. I know this shit because you have to know this shit. That's all. Anyways, all right, Rob, take us out.
All right. I have no idea what we're doing next week, but we'll be here.
It's the night before Thanksgiving. We'll figure something out.
Wait, is next week that? Oh, it is the day before Thanksgiving. Yeah,
so maybe we'll figure. Maybe we won't be here. Who knows? I'm not saying we will or we won't, but maybe we won't. Who knows?
That's a good point. That's a good point. I thought it was April, for fuck's sake. If you look
That's
at
true. In April, we'll be here.
Yeah, I'm a dumbass.
Right,
people know I suck at my job. I mean,
we all know that. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. Right? I can do that.
No, you can't leave. You gotta wait for me to say it's okay for you to leave. You're clicking off, aren't you? I swear, motherfucker. All right, guys, that wraps. I'm solo now. Fuck, I could go another hour and a half if you guys want to stick around and listen to Rad Rob. No, nobody wants to fucking hear that. So, all right, another. And God bless, Lord, please forgive me for the horrible language I used tonight. I hope you guys did enjoy this show. What can I say about JT Jackson? Just a quality guy, one of the realest human beings you'll ever meet, and I have nothing but respect for him. Especially for giving us over 2.5 hours tonight and being an open book and being transparent about everything. He didn't have to do that, and we're very thankful and grateful that he did. So until then, guys, we may be back next week. Follow us on Facebook, Straight Up 5 podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. We're also on audio feed anywhere podcasts are found. If you want to listen to the audio feed, and that's all I got. Just stay tuned. Hopefully we'll be back next week. We will put a message out on our socials if we don't happen to have a show next week. But either way, we will be back at some point. And thank you to Alex. I'm just filibustering at this point. I'm horrible. You think after doing this for 6 years with different podcasts, maybe 800 episodes total between all the projects I've had, I'd know how to wrap up a fucking show by now. But I love to hear myself talk. So that's pretty much. I mean, honestly, that's pretty much why I'm still here. So because my wife doesn't talk to me, I might as well just talk to myself. That was probably too much information about my life, but in any event, I'm just fucking around. Plus, I had an energy drink. I'm all fucking wired. So shout out to Ghost Energy, which not a sponsor. Hopefully, they will be at some point because they make fantastic products, and I'm probably not going to be able to sleep tonight because of it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this show. Again, follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, Straight Up 5, everything. If you got a question for Johnny, straight up 5 podcast at gmail.com. I'll play the outro with all our intro, with all our stuff. So, all right, I'm out. I'm done. I'm done talking. Fuck, I am really fired up about. I can't leave. I'm just gonna stay here and just stare. You can just stare at me for the next hour and a half till the energy drink wears off. I'm just fucking it, guys. We'll be back for another edition of Straight Up 5 with Johnny Petraglia Jr. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving if we're not here next week. I'm literally done now. I'm never drinking this shit ever again. Fuck you, Ghost. Yeah, I got nothing else. All right. This is what happens when you leave me alone. Seriously, these guys will learn. This is what happens when you leave Rad Rob alone. I can't leave. No. And fuck, can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Like I said earlier. I can't. I'm done. I'm done. I might have to take a Xanax or something just to get to sleep tonight. That's that. All right. Now I can't even edit this. It's live. Shit happens. These are the thoughts that kept me out of the really good schools.